I have to start here first. Cannot access the specified channel or stream key. Why? Let's see here. Oh, hold up. Okay. Hopefully that's not echoing anymore. I am saying that I'm live on YouTube. I am saying that I'm live on Twitch. If anybody comes in, hopefully they can help me confirm that. And if you're watching the VOD, welcome. And I apologize for that awkward start. It's just that this is only my second time trying to multi-stream, so just a little bit iffy on some of these things. Hopefully that is actually broadcasting to both platforms, which is Twitch and YouTube. But I'm gonna wait and give people a chance to come in. Yo, what's up, Nochichi? Thanks for dropping by. How are you? I hope you've had a great week, and I hope your weekend, your kickoff to the weekend, is going well so far. I hope the weather's nice in the Netherlands, and if you could, I know I keep asking you, I sound like a broken record, but if you could, let me know let me know how if the broadcast is working, basically. Like, you should be hearing some music, you should be seeing me and hearing me talking, so if anything is off, please let me know. Nochichi says, I saw a notification on Twitch, I'm so happy it's the weekend. Okay, great. Cool, yeah, feel free to chat on whichever one you want to chat on. So if you're more comfortable with YouTube, you're welcome to stay on YouTube. But thanks for letting me know that at least you got the Twitch notification. That's promising. Let me just make sure I have my screen set up. Nochichi says it's super hot here. OMG, it's like 2 Celsius. Everyone is going to the beach. Oh god. You just reminded me of that song. I don't know if you know this song, Nochichi, called Take Me to the Beach by Imagine Dragons, but I have this one YouTube friend who, like, I don't know if that's like one of the only songs he has. By the way, Small Helper, if you see this VOD, Small Helper, shout outs to Small Helper. He's my friend that I'm talking about. Yeah, he makes like Genshin shorts. And he always plays that song, Take Me to the Beach. He always puts that song, Take Me to the Beach, on his videos. Like, that's one of his most played songs on his shorts. And one time, he posted a short recently where he was like, if you could choose between Arlecchino and Shenyun to be your mommy, who would you pick, right? And he was like, you know, people were giving their serious answers like, oh, I prefer Arlecchino because of this, I prefer Shenyun because of this. And I left him a comment, I was like, I pick father because Fontaine is close to the beach and Shenyun is up in the mountains, which is way too cold. My heart is cold enough. Because that's one of the lyrics of the song. It's like, my heart is cold enough. And he was like laughing, man. Nochichi says, my dad likes Imagine Dragon a lot, so yeah, I know that one. LOL, yup. Nochichi says the quality and everything seems fine to me. Okay, great. Yeah, honestly, I was really frustrated a while ago, like this morning, trying to set this whole thing up. Like, I really need to work on this whole setup for streaming from multi-streaming and streaming from the PC. And I probably need to get another another HDMI cable so I could just switch between my PlayStation and my PC or my MacBook on the fly without having to like unplug a bunch of cables and stuff. It just gets really irritating. It's not the way you want to kick off a stream. But hopefully this whole thing works out. Yeah, if you could, while we're waiting, Nochichi, if you could check on Twitch, that would be great. Just let me know if it's broadcasting on Twitch. Thank you, I really appreciate it. But yeah, this is gonna be the last Friday night stream at this time slot. As I keep mentioning, just in case anyone hasn't seen it yet or hasn't heard it yet in my other streams, I am starting a new job next week. So I don't know how I'm gonna fit the streams into my schedule. I might try streaming Friday, like actually on Friday night, you know, not Friday mornings. Saturday, I don't think is really gonna work out, honestly, because I do have to work at least one Saturday a month. So it's probably not good. It's not going to be predictable. They said it could be any Saturday. Like, we're going to be on a rotation, basically. So I don't think that'd be really good to have as a regular schedule. Nochichi says, I can see you on both platforms. Okay, cool. Thanks for confirming, Nochichi. I really appreciate that. But yeah, I was also like, I might need to unburden here for a little bit. I'm just kind of venting before we start. That way I could get all these like negative thoughts off my mind first before we start this game, so that I don't go in here and like seem angry. And then Nochichi says, but I'll continue to use YouTube, not the biggest fan of Twitch. Okay, no problem. I fully understand. But yeah, like I just have a lot of work cut out for me here. Like they just sent me like a bunch of equipment yesterday, like a huge box of equipment, and it had like I got another laptop, so this is gonna be a Windows laptop. It's a Dell, actually. I haven't worked on a Dell since like the early 2000s or whatever, but that's typical, like, you know, corporate enterprise stuff. They usually go for whatever they could get the best, you know, bundle deal. So I'm not hating. At least they sent me, unlike some jobs where they would expect you to use your own device, they sent me 2 full-size monitors. They sent me a full-size keyboard, a headset, Ethernet cables, HDMI cables, you know, basically the whole workstation. So I have to actually rearrange my entire space because I live in a really small space, and yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna balance my gaming setup with that workstation setup, because that's gonna take a lot of desk space. So I'll see how that works out. Richie says, oh, Dell laptops are a lot used for workspaces. We also use them here, but I use my own. I have an MSI laptop. Nice, Nochichi. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the truth is, like, you know, my personal laptop is probably a lot more powerful than that, but, like, you know, obviously you want to keep it separate, and for many reasons. For security reasons, obviously, is the most one, and, like, you know, just having the workstation separate. They're probably going to be tracking my hours on there and stuff too, like remotely, and just making sure I'm staying on the job, which I will be, like, of course. But that's the reason why they probably that's why they have like a separate device and everything. What else, man? I don't know. I was also just kind of worried about you know, how I'm gonna keep up with, if I'm gonna be able to keep up with all this, like doing, you know, I've been releasing like 3-4 videos a week, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to keep up that pace once I start working. So I'll just kind of you know, I don't know. Like, I really want to do this, but then obviously this isn't making me any money right now, so it is what it is, man. I gotta eat, and I gotta pay rent and stuff, so I gotta take that job on. And I shouldn't be ungrateful. You know, a lot of people are struggling to find work right now, so I really shouldn't be ungrateful about, you know, finding work. But yeah, it is what it is. And also this you know, this job pays a lot less than my last job. It's gonna be like 40% less, but I'm hoping that the work-life balance will be a lot better. Nochichi says, oh damn, good luck with setting everything up. What kind of job it is, if you don't mind me asking? Something artist related? No, not artist related. I wouldn't be feeling this if it was artist related. I wouldn't be feeling this. I wouldn't be feeling this like. I would actually be like more excited and happy. Nochichi. No, it's a customer service job. At least I still get to work fully remote, which I've been working fully remote since 2021 now, and I'm just so glad I don't have to go back to commuting. Honestly, that's like one big plus. That's like one thing that I'm really happy about, is that I can stay remote, because I honestly don't know if I can go back to commuting. I'm really not sure if I could do that. Like at my last job, for my last couple of months, I had to manage the warehouses, so I did work more hybrid. Like my last couple months at my last job, I was going into the warehouse like about 2 times a week, and even just doing that like already started like kind of grinding on me, honestly. But my last job just had horrible work-life balance. Like, even especially in the last 6 months, I like became like the sole manager, and I had to manage the warehouse here in the Bay Area. I had to manage the warehouse in New York, which is a complete different time zone, you know. And you have to manage it remotely, which is tough because they're doing like, you know, hands-on work, like dealing with like vehicles and inventory and like assembling and cleaning items and stuff. And you have to manage that remotely. It's not like I could fly into New York on a private jet or something, you know. And then I had 2 agents. I had 2 customer service agents I was managing in the Philippines, which is like a 16-hour time difference. And you know, I was salaried at my last job, so like basically I had to be like on back. I had to be like ready to be on call like anytime. Like they could just wake me up, you know. New York warehouse could just call me 4 or 5 in the morning and with a problem. The TG says, I see customer service can be tough since I have some experience with it. I wish you the best of luck with your job, man. Maybe you can get that promotion. Oh, what? Remote sounds painful. The time difference is painful too. Yeah, it's hard managing people remotely. At the same time, like it is, you know, there's pros and cons to working remotely. But trying to manage like operations versus customer service, or like, you know, if it was like engineering or something like that, it's completely different. You know, it's like knowledge work versus hands-on work. It's like completely different. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm still not sure, honestly, if I actually want to get promoted at this job. To be honest, because at my last job, like, you know, I was like a senior manager at my last job, and like I don't know if I really want to go back to like managing people and like having to resolve everybody's disputes and everybody's problems, you know, and process everybody, make sure everybody's like, you know, check their time cards, make sure everyone's not getting overtime when they're not supposed to, and all that crap. Like, there's a lot of crap you have to deal with if you do get promoted up the chain, you know, to like management. Like, there's a lot to deal with. So I don't know if I really want to do that, if I'm being honest. But I don't know. Looks like it's just me and you, no Chichi. I don't know if Fawn. I think Fawn is off today, but she might be busy. Let me just go on the Discord and see if anyone says anything. I'll just say one more time that I'm live, and then that's it. But here we go. Looks like Fawn's not home right now, but she said she'll be back on. She'll try to get on when she can at home. And who knows, maybe everyone's just busy today, and that is okay. I do not blame anybody. It is still the morning. Most people are probably at work still, which is fine. Let me go ahead and quit out of Discord, though, just so I don't have too many things distracting. The teacher says, yeah, I get that. I think what I meant to say was getting a raise, more money. Yeah, hopefully. I mean, yeah, hopefully. This job does have like opportunities for bonuses and commissions and stuff like that, so we'll see. That might help out and add up. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I don't know if Butter's joining. Butter's the one who wanted to see this playthrough the most, and then she's not here, so I don't know. That or I don't see her. Maybe she's just lurk watching. I don't know. I'm not looking at the participant list right now. I only see you though, no Chi-Chi, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. Let me just check on something really quick. But yeah, I was also God, man, I've been playing Genshin Impact a lot more again recently, because I'm trying to build up Ian-san and Varesa as soon as possible. Alright, well, here we go. I'm gonna play Friday Night once. I'm not gonna play the actual disco minigame, but let's play this song once just to kick this thing off, and then we'll get started. Anyway, no Chi-Chi, feel free to update me on your life if you want. You don't have to. If you feel like sharing, that's fine. Are you finished with your project? I noticed that you changed your status on Discord to I'm free, so I'm guessing you're free of that project, is what I'm guessing. Or maybe you're just free for the weekend. I don't know. Let's go ahead and get this thing started, though. Hopefully you can hear that. I was seeing that you should be able to hear it. No Chichi says, I'm still mad that I didn't play it on English. Yo, Butter, speak of the devil. I was just saying, I think Butter is the one who wanted to see me play this game the most. And I wasn't sure if you would come, but looks like you came just in time. Hope you're doing well, Butter. I hope your head's not hurting today. I hope the weather's okay. Yeah, you're the one who like, I think you were the one who suggested it. I think you were the one who suggested that I play this game, and then you seemed like really excited about me playing it. No Chichi says, unfortunately, I'm not done with the project yet. Deadline is next week, but super happy with weekends. Oh, no, Chi-Chi was the one who suggested it. Oh, okay. Got it. Okay, I guess I'm starting to confuse. I guess, well, that's a good sign. Maybe that's a sign that, you know, no Chi-Chi's lessons, no Chi-Chi's adulting lessons are rubbing off on Butter. If I'm starting to confuse you guys. I'm just, that's a joke, by the way, Butter, in case you can't tell. That's a joke, Butter. That's a joke. Oh boy. How are you, Butter? How's the weather down in the beautiful state of Florida? Is it hot right now? Or is it like just about right? I always, you know what, like in my imagination, I always think of Florida as hot. I don't know, does it ever get cold in Florida? Just out of curiosity, I've actually never been there. My sister's been there to like Disney World and stuff, but I've never been there myself. Ricky says, but some good progress was made in the project. We're almost done. Super happy with it. Nice, no Chi-Chi, congratulations. I'm glad to hear that you guys have progressed on it. And I'm sure you'll feel a great sense of relief once the project is finished. That's always how it is, you know, you grind like crazy to finish something. You feel like tearing your hair out. And then once it's over, it's just like, oh man, thank God it's over. Whether it's perfect or not. Like, usually I find that towards the end, you start like, you know, overthinking things. You're like, oh God, this is messed up. This isn't perfect. Blah, 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 blah. This isn't working as I intended. And then like, usually it all just like ends up working out anyway. Well, as long as you did your best, like going into it, usually. Butter says, cool doesn't exist, especially not with the floor being torn out from the construction, so I'm in my dad's room, which is the coolest room in the house. Damn, your dad's room must have good insulation, Butter. Notichi says, there's Disney World in Paris. I went there once as a kid, but it was so dirty, it smelled bad, but the park was fun though. You know what, Nochichi, tell me if I'm wrong, but I always hear people say that Paris is, like, smells or is dirty or something. Like, is that true? Or is that only certain areas of it? Like, people always act like, you know, even though it's so beautiful, people say, like, it just feels really dirty in some places there. I don't know, you tell me, you're the one who's been there. Okay, so that was the Friday night. Let's go ahead and get into the main event, which is I Love You, Colonel Sanders. Oh, man. When did this game come out? Hold on. I should have the date right. I should have the information right here in front of me on Steam. Although, actually, I don't want to mess with this interface too much because it took me forever just to get this interface correct. But when did this game come out? 2019 or something? 2018? It's been a minute. And I remember I watched like another YouTuber play it, but like I couldn't really... I don't know, it felt like a game that I'd be more interested in playing myself than like actually keeping track of, but it seemed like a really funny game, and it's a funny concept and idea, like just feels so random. I haven't really looked deeply into the background of this, but I'm guessing it was because KFC spread and became so popular in Asia that they just decided to go ahead and make this like anime themed dating sim, you know. Well, I know it's been popular in like Japan, like they actually eat it for Christmas in Japan. But like in China and stuff, you know, and like Southeast Asia, KFC's just been like exploding. So here we go. Hope you guys are ready. Buckle up. Hold on. Let me read the last few comments here about what we were talking about before we start. Well, I only went to Disneyland Paris as a kid, so maybe it's only that part. And Archie says, oh my God, now that I remember, most French people were so rude to us. Like, I'm sorry I don't speak French. I only met one nice couple, and that was the last time. Wow, that's interesting. You would think that that's what. Okay, well, I guess that at least they're equal opportunity haters, because I always hear how they hate on like, you know, Americans and stuff, but I didn't know it also applied to even their you know, close neighbors like the Dutch and all that. So, okay, hopefully I'm crossing my fingers, guys, because this game is not supposed to work on my computer because it's a 32-bit game and I'm on a 64-bit OS. But I tested it and it looked like it mostly worked, but some of the dialogue windows were missing buttons or missing text, so I'm hoping that we can get through this game. Okay, if we can't get through this game, then maybe we'll play Roblox, or like I'll ask you guys like what you guys want to do, okay? But here we go. Let me just make sure that I am recording and everything's still live. Okay, last check. Let's go. Enough delaying. Here we go. I love you, Colonel Sanders. Let's go. Come on, man. Oh my God. Hold on, guys. I'm so sorry. It did open in the wrong window. Oh God, this is annoying. Sorry. I swear I tested this like a million times this morning, and I was like, okay, it should open in the right monitor, but it screwed up again. Give me a second. I just need to fix this really quick. Sorry about that. False start. Okay. Let me do this one more time. Hold on. This is such a pain in the butt, man. One day I need to get like a dedicated setup for streaming, you know, instead of just like switching all my stuff over. Okay, let's try this one more time. Here we go. It should play on the monitor, on my main monitor. Go. Come on, man. Why does it keep playing on the wrong monitor again? God, I swear I got it this morning. Why is it doing this? I'm sorry, guys. Give me a second. Lord, this is really irritating. Keeps playing on the wrong screen. God damn it, man. Okay, hold on. Give me a second, guys. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Okay, let me restart Steam, and then we'll figure this out. Okay, close Steam first. Let me try this. Close Steam first. Yeah, I swear I got it working correctly this morning, and then for some reason, like, the settings just do not stick. I don't know why. Like, if I exit out of the game and then go back in, like, it just something where it can't really save the settings correctly or something like that. I really don't know. It's just really frustrating. So let me go ahead and go into big picture mode. Maybe I should try it from here. Maybe that will help if I do everything on the monitor that I'm actually trying to get it to play on. So let's go into big picture here. Okay, so there's big picture. God, I do not know why it keeps playing on my other monitor. And like in my display settings, it doesn't really let me pick. Like, see what I mean? Like start big picture mode, that's like all I have. It doesn't give me options for which monitor I want it to play on, which is really dumb. Like this is stupid. Okay, let's go on here. Let's go ahead and launch this. I swear this morning I did it 2 times and I was like, okay, got it. It's on the right monitor now, but it keeps like switching to my other monitor for some reason. Okay, here we go. Let's try this again. Play it. Come on, stay on this. Oh my freaking God, I swear to God. Why does it keep switching monitors? Oh my God, maybe it's because I have OBS and stuff open. I don't know, man. I had OBS open when I was testing it though, so fucking Christ, man. I don't know what this thing is doing. Give me a second. Oh God. Okay. Let's see. What in the world is this freaking thing doing, man? Play on this computer. Okay. I might have to switch that to be my main monitor. Hopefully that doesn't screw everything up. Give me a second. Wow, this is terrible. God, let me see. Displays. Arrange. Main display. Extended, what? Main display. What the hell? Okay, I guess this is my main display at least. Although, let me move all this stuff over here to my now secondary display. Okay, so now this is my secondary display. This is my okay. Hopefully, there's nothing sus on my my background. I didn't clean it up because I thought this was gonna work differently. Hopefully, there's nothing sus on that background. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. All right, now hopefully this will play on the monitor that I want it to play on. This is so freaking dumb, man. I swear to God. I'm going to catch up on chat in a little bit. I'm not even looking at chat right now, so. Okay, here we go. Okay, how many times is that guy? Hopefully third time is hopefully third time's a charm. Come on, man. Play on. Thank you. Freaking Christ. Okay, thanks for your patience, Butter and No Chi Chi Jesus. All right, let me catch up on the chat a little bit. Let's also watch this whole intro. I actually already saw part of it, but it looked pretty ridiculous. There you go. Oh, Lord. That one guy kind of reminded me of JoJo, like a JoJo character, the guy in the leather jacket. Oh my God. Okay, even the anime KFC looks delicious, though. It's like a cheese bowl. Okay. Sorry, the eating animations just made me laugh. I guess that's like his anime power-up move. Oh, Lord. God, it's pretty well. You have to admit, though, that's pretty good production qualities. Like, that's actually better animation than some actual animes, right? Butter says, I just dropped in to say hi, even though it's cool. My head still isn't the best. Still recovering from all the constant construction noise, along with the chatting. Have fun. All right, Butter. See you later. I don't know if you're even still there, but I guess I'll catch you when I'll see you when I see you. You're probably gone by now. Oh, no, you're not. All right, Butter. Hope you have a good one. Hope your head feels better soon. Richie says, I understand, Butter. See you soon. I had this happen before because it wasn't on my main screen. I try going to Windows settings. I don't know how Apple stuff works. I see Corn. No, I'm joking. Colonel Sanders, Kun, we love you. All right. So here we go, guys. This is my first time playing this, and like I said, I hope this actually works because some of the text and stuff was missing from the buttons, but we'll see. So let's go ahead and start a new game. Excuse me. Oh God. Yeah, and like it seems like the buttons are off. Like the targets are a little bit off. Like I have to put it like a few pixels off in order to hit the button. Okay, I'm just gonna put my name here instead of Aesthetic. Just that way it sounds like a real name. You know, like Chef Eric instead of Chef Aesthetic, which would sound kind of cringe. But here we go. Biscuits and drumsticks. All right. I do love how they incorporated the themes and everything. Wow. Is that supposed to be BTS or something? Like, or like a K-pop boy band? Like, what's that supposed to be? Computers, like a pearl. Is that a pearl necklace? And then a monitor, hearts on the windows, chicken poster. know if that's actually referencing anything or if that's just supposed to be a funny chicken reference. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. Okay, so this is a dorm. The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in the moment forever. Or you can wake up now. Your first day of culinary school is no time to sleep in. Smash that clock up and at him, throw the clock out the window, stay in bed forever. Well, I think that's gonna be a game over. Smash it. Smack it. Smack it. Lying in bed, oh, that was our alarm clock, was the chicken. Lying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning. Your mind begins to wander. Who will be there? What will you cook? What should you wear? Time begins to fly by, and you find your imagination getting away from you. You need to take this seriously. You allow yourself to daydream a bit, thinking about the future. No, let's really get into this. You need to take this seriously. I better make sure I arrive prepared for the first day. You buzz through your morning checklist. Teeth brushed, hair combed, pits deodorized. Nothing can stop you now. You confidently grab a biscuit, strut out the door, and head on to class. Just what you needed to get your blood flowing. Damn, hot KFC biscuit. Okay, actually, I think that's one of the few things that I still find good at KFC is like their biscuits are pretty decent. If they're like, you know, warm and everything. All right, standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning. Wow, that looks like a typical anime university, doesn't it? Even has like that's not, I don't know if that's a cherry blossom tree, but you know, like the tree with the colorful leaves and everything. Here comes your lifelong best friend forever, Miriam. Oh, she's the most adorably awkward person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her for it. Wow, look at that. Good morning, Eric. Are you excited for the first day of the rest of our lives? Oh my gosh, why does she have to be doing like a peace sign like that? Actually, because I sure am excited, a little nervous. Okay, a lot nervous. Oh god, I do like the style of anime in this though. Like it's kind of exaggerated a little bit, like the early 2000s visual novels, but not too much like certain other visual novels that we sometimes joke about here, where the proportions are like super exaggerated. But this is kind of nice. It's very easy on the eyes. It's just that this morning I made breakfast for myself, but when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm no good? What if I fail? crying emotion. Classic Miriam, raised by MasterChef parents, she's always held herself to a very high standard. Ever since we were little babies playing together, you rescued me from that quicksand box. It's been clear to me that you're the most loving, caring person I know. You're going to do great. Oh my god. That's actually like another trope I find in like romance animes and romance visual novels is a lot of time the main character and like, you know, the first love interest or like the quote unquote main love interest, typically like one of them rescued the other one when they were kids or something. But with the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning's famous 3-day only semesters, I'm afraid of being left behind and never catching up. What the heck? They only have 3 days? A sweet girl, Miriam has always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer, she got so nervous about her first kiss that she chipped a tooth practicing on a mannequin. What? Should you pep talk her or change the subject to give her some relief? So we could change the subject to school gossip or pep talk. Let's pep talk. Let's not distract. Like, let's solve our problems. Remember last month when we saw that fortune teller and had our tarot cards read? That lady with the mask who gave me nightmares? I've been trying to forget. I know she looked spooky, but she was so sweet, and she told you that you were destined for great things. Remember that card with the fancy-looking tower and that other card featuring the handsome fellow in the red suit? I've been waiting for so long to meet a handsome fellow I could call my own. Oh god, is the handsome fellow gonna be Colonel Sanders? And I'm sure you will soon. In no time we'll be graduating, and you'll be delighting the world with your heartfelt cooking in no time at all. As you talk Miriam up, you could feel her nerves begin to ease. Nochiji says, the art is so nice, I hope Chef Eric ends up dating Colonel. It does look like a cherry blossom. We never had biscuits in the Netherlands, only the chicken stuff. That's interesting. Why no biscuits? Like, is there no tradition of making biscuits in the Netherlands or something? You know what? Maybe everything will be okay after all. And if not, at least I have these killer bangs. Wow. Can you believe I cut them myself? You could definitely believe it. I cannot believe it. Before you get another word out, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom-engraved measuring spoons out of your hands and onto the ground. Hey! Oh god, here we go, man. Look at that. That's an One-chan right there. Or, I don't know, maybe like an Ojo-sama or something. It's Ashley, your arch rival. She's totally evil, but you can't help but be filled with jealousy. She can get anything she wants, and she knows it. What does this popcorn icon do? Does that hide the text or something? Oh, never mind, that's the menu. Let's resume. Hello, Ashley. Oh, I didn't see you there, chicken shins. You leave Eric's shins alone. They are perfectly normal shins. Ah, you can't stand Ashley. Even her name is annoying. You know for a fact that it's actually Ashley, but she had to add the extra letters to make herself feel better than everyone. Wow. Yeah, I guess that's like an extra preppy version of Ashley. If anyone here knows what perfect shins look like, it's us. We're not going to let you or your really weird insults get to us. Across the quad, you see Ashley's best friend, Van the Man, has stopped to look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight you can see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're rocking glutes. Van? Oh god, here we go. I bet you like this guy, huh, Nochichi, because he's a thick boy. And he looks like JoJo-ish. He looks JoJo-esque, you know? You ring? You've never been sure what their arrangement is, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van have been just as close as you and Miriam, but substantially more devious. Oh god, I guess this thing is like a chef, like a sexy chef outfit. Like it's like cut out, kind of like an apron, like to show off his muscles, but it looks, you know, like a culinary school outfit. And I go, yeah, and hers is too, but it's like red and everything because she has to stand out and be popular. Nachi says he looks very JoJo-ish. Oh my god. I'm not sure if biscuit is a biscuit, but we are known for bread and crackers. I can't believe that University of Cooking School Academy for Learning would ever allow people like you to attend as students. I know, right? You think they just hand us our diplomas now? Or maybe hire us on as professors. You amateurs could learn a lot from us. With the first day of school about to start, there's just not much time to properly tell these two off, so you resist the urge. Let's go, Miriam. I like the pouty mouth right there. Psh, see you later, losers. Oh god, what? Who's this guy, man? Actually, he reminds me of Jose in Persona 5 a little bit. As you approach the door, you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against the window directly next to it. Pfft, did he fart? Pop. Ugh. Oopsie. I think it's broken. What is broken, dude? You reach forward and easily pull the door open. Oh, the door, okay. Ah, that should do the trick. I love you. Oh my god. I think you mean thank you? My name is Pop. I was named after my Pop. He's old. Could someone like this also be a student at the school? He must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag clearly says Bob, but I guess he's reading it upside down. Hi, Pop. I'm Eric, so... Are you going to make me hold this door all day? Nope. And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you. Jeez. Is it just me, or is he kinda cute? I think it's just you. You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. You stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in and keep themselves busy chit-chatting. Okay, who is this guy right here? I have a feeling that's a reference or something. Like, who is that? Oh shoot, I clicked on it. Whoops. A scruffy-looking pooch takes his place at the podium at the front of the class. Adorable. And is this a trope? Like, Nochichi, is this like a trope in anime or something? Like, where is this actually from? Like the dog holding a tool, like a utensil in its mouth. Because also in Persona 3 Reload, you know, Koromaru has like the knife in his mouth. And then also Tarumaru in Genshin Impact, like he has the knife in his mouth. So I'm like, is that, like, where did that actually come from? Like, what is the origin of that whole thing? Alright, I'm just trying to appreciate the classroom artwork here. This is such a typical like visual novel, you know, style of a classroom layout, you know, classroom design, I guess. But it actually looks, even though I think this is supposed to be in America, it looks more like a Japanese style classroom, honestly. Like a little bit, you know. Sprinkles. No, quiet down, everyone. Who is this unreasonably cute pup, and why is he in our culinary class? You must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO of UCSAL. Please, call me Professor Dog. I may be cute and a little fluffy, but I still demand respect. Woof. What? A cute dog is our professor? This is the best school ever. I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all the nuances of fine dining. Out of nowhere. Oh god, here we go. I have a feeling this is Colonel Sanders' like anime intro right here. I guess he's like a ninja or something, you know? Out of nowhere, wind begins to rush around the room as a swirl around you as a swirl of cherry blossom petals fills the air inside the classroom. Okay, here we go. I'm bracing myself. I'm chilly. Someone please close the window. And then of course, he's the light, he's the stars, he's our one true love. Oh my god, dude. Wow. Bishonen pretty boy Colonel Sanders right there. He walks in. Oh my god. You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still. It's him, If it isn't my favorite student, Harland... Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles. Sorry, Professor Dog, before he can finish his sentence. Please, call me Colonel. Colonel Sanders. A hushed murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is sweltering. Sweat begins to bead across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you, and you're not entirely wrong. And this over here must be sweaty sweats a lot. Maybe we should open the back window up before faucet pits melts into a puddle and evaporates entirely. Hold on just a second, nobody talks to my friend like that. You both know my name, we were in the same kindergarten class, and what is with all these really weird insults? Besides, when Eric sweats, it's not gross, it's beautiful. Look at that shimmer. Wow. Nochichi says, yes, Colonel Handsome. Oh my god, yeah, Colonel Handsome, right? And juicy, just like his chicken. Oh my gosh. You take a moment to clean yourself up. Oh my god. Just we have to dry ourselves off, right? We're that wet. It's a good thing you didn't forget about that deodorant this morning. This classroom is hot, hot, hot. Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down and set some ground rules. Welcome to the University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world. The birthplace of culinary legends past, present, and future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears. There will be blood. There might even be really adorable tiny food. And even when all is said and done, there will be a battle, and you will lift your sporks and compete in the broom cooking arena. Just then, another student enters the classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech. Oh god, who is this guy? Hi guys, sorry I'm late. I hope everyone had a good summer. I really miss... Quiet! Late to class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologue? You're on the fast track out of here, young man. Are you sure you're even in the right place? Don't you recognize me? This is my third year in this school with you as my teacher. Everyone stares at him blankly. What's the deal with this guy, man? He looks like a marionette or something, or like a puppet. Does no one remember me? You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. Let that be a lesson to you students that tardiness is unacceptable. Even Clank made it here on time, rolling halfway across town on his tiny wheels. You turn to see the student Sprinkles is referencing, who appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. Okay. So I guess he's like a chicken fryer or something, or like an oven robot. The class bursts into laughter. Oh, Clank, you rascal. I think he's a fryer. I'm pretty sure he's a pressure fryer. Sprinkles walks into the classroom as everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose into the air and takes a deep sniff. Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself. You've never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkles' reputation for being smart but tough is well known. You decide to try and butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket, but what kind? So we can pick a beef treat? A rubber ball. Okay, that's not even edible, man. That's not a good treat. Chicken snack. I'm guessing, of course, chicken, right? It's KFC, so we gotta pick chicken. Alright, so here we go. You reach beneath your apron and return with a chicken snack in your hand. Sprinkles' eyes go wide as he locks onto it. His favorite. Well, I think there might be some competition for a new star student. The furry professor immediately devours the snack, leaving your hands slick with a coating of warm doggy drool. Ew. You see the other students eyeing you jealously, but pay no mind to them. If they wanted to succeed in life, they should have learned the importance of carrying a range of dog treat flavors on them at all times. Settle down, young chefs. Take your seats and prepare to have your minds open to the amazing possibilities of culinary creation. As everyone rushes to claim their favorite seats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only two options remain. Hey Eric, there's still a seat here. It seems that no one has claimed the seat next to me, if you're interested. Uh-oh. So we can sit by our best friend Miriam, or we can sit by Colonel Sanders. Oh, damn, man. Two good options, but which one will you choose? Okay, I'm feeling like, if we're going by obvious logic, I feel like whichever one you pick will be the one that you, like, you know, gain some relationship points towards, but sometimes it's the opposite. Like, maybe being too forward might be, like, counterproductive. I don't know. Let's go with Colonel Sanders, though, because he is the star of this game. You move to take your seat by Colonel Sanders. It appears he brought no books, pens, or pencils. However, his perfect upright posture shows off a seriousness that makes you confident in his desire to learn. Dude, he has a pen right there in his pocket. Thanks for offering me the seat. I've only had 2 rules. Do all as you can and do it the best you can. It's the only way you ever get that feeling of accomplishing something. That is so inspiring. Maybe I should give him a southern accent. A little off topic if you ask me, but okay. As soon as you settled into your seat, the professor makes an announcement. Think fast, it's time for a pop quiz. Yay, a quiz about me. The incredibly important and surprisingly short quiz will tell me if you are ready for life at culinary school. Keep your knife sharp and focus sharper. Here is question number 1. If a train A is traveling to point B and train B is traveling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking? What? Has nothing to do with it. Meh, depends. Extremely. Looking at you, Pop. Doesn't matter at all. Extremely. That's right. Forest is to tree as chicken is to feather, night vision goggles, or a slam dunk. Well, I think feather is the obvious one. That's right. What is the most efficient eating utensil ever created? Comically oversized fork, meat tenderizer, a spork. Okay, well, you mentioned sporks earlier, and that is the standard utensil, like in an American like school cafeterias and stuff. So a spork. That's right. Oh, and you get those at KFC too, with their packets of utensils and napkins. Anything as long. What is the best food for a broken heart? Anything, as long as it is prepared with love and not too much salt. Camel meat. Why? Camel meat is just random. A pancake. Oh, that actually reminded me of my humps. Too bad butter is in here. A pancake that looks like a silly face. No, anything as long as it's prepared with love and not too much salt. That's right. Is Sprinkles a good boy? No. Yes. He's a talking god that he's a talking dog. Wow. That teaches at a culinary school. He is the best boy. That's right. Your total score is perfect 5 out of 5. Wow, be honest, did you cheat? You look up to see that Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score. He's impressed. Okay, I think I'm gonna try a different accent for him. I know we just met, but I have to confess, I think you have a beautiful brain. Hot diggity, Eric, you just scored some major Colonel Sanders points with that performance. May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. Time for lunch. Wow, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you have ever eaten at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would be serious about eating. Yeah, that is a pretty nice look for like a school cafeteria, you know, even like compared to like a college cafeteria or whatever. All the tables have flowers on them. There's like a nice pink and green color scheme, you know, like compliments or whatever. Stewart Cafeteria. Okay, 2015. Is that when this game came out? All right, let me catch up on chat a little bit. Nochichi says, I couldn't find stuff about dog tropes and items in their mouth. Colonel, yes. Sorry for the excitement. No problem, Nochichi. I'm glad you're enjoying. Okay, here we go. Actually, let me drink a little bit first, because my there's a lot of reading in this. Let me wet my whistle first. Oh, boy. Okay. Whew. Yeah, there's a lot of reading. Okay, Nochichi, tell me this while I'm taking a breather here. What is your favorite item at KFC? Okay. Here we go. A delicious fragrance waves through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters. Do you smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good. Everyone, can I have your attention? Is it about lunch? No, I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. You see, I was... Howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement. Hey, It's about lunch. Everyone cheers. But Shh. Lunch, lunch, lunch! She said, shh. In honor of the new semester, I prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch. That must be the smell I smelled. Indeed, that smell. You hold your breath waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You've heard that he's very talented, but were the rumors true? Is this? Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. Wow. Oh boy. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy, golden finish. The aroma envelops you and you begin to feel warm and safe. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken? What a novel concept. Your stomach begins to grumble as if to say, stop thinking and start eating. For years I've been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. By my calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavors. You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. But that's all I'll say about that. What, you think we want your stupid secret recipe, dude? Psh, nah, my dude, nah. I'm just, drafting a last will and testament in case, one of those ingredients is, poison. Got him. Oh my gosh. He nervously looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. You wait to see what Zinger Ashley has prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach. Okay, I have a feeling Ashley is gonna be falling for the Colonel and then become our rival or something. Yeah, and I was just like, writing in my diary. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew at that moment that only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender. You see her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. She realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame with cooking skills like this. She wants him all to herself. Oh god, here we go. Love rivalry. Oh, please. Well, Van the man, if you don't want any, I'll take this. Whoa, hold on, I guess I'll try it. He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contouring his face as he tries to hold in his pure exhilaration and act unimpressed. Easy now, there's enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in. You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of this bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing. Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you to another dimension. Alone with your taste buds, gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. So we can focus our mind and meditate at that moment, trying to identify every flavor, savor the moment and everything that it tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart, or swim toward the light. Let's savor the moment and everything that tells us about. I'm just gonna pick everything that focuses on Colonel Sanders, basically. So here we go. The flavors in your mouth are beautiful, pure, heavenly. What a guy! Oh god. Oh lord. Okay, I guess I'm male. Okay, no problem. I guess no problem. I'm just gonna say, I guess I'm role playing as a gay guy here. Or maybe Colonel Sanders is just so hot and beautiful that it doesn't matter what your sexual orientation is, you just have to fall for him and his chicken, his juicy delicious bird meat, his big juicy bird. There we go. Along with the flavors, you feel something that can only be described as love. For a man, for a flavor, are they the same? After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. You approach Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he is doing and allows you to break the silence. Colonel, I wondered if I could talk to you for a second. Anything for a fellow chef. What exactly was on that chicken? How bold to come out and ask. It's an idea I had for a new combination of flavors that will make me my fortune and establish my legacy for all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. Jesus. What is that pose and why does he have a chicken walking stick? It's just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own that I'd be willing to trade. What's the rush? The semester is only getting started. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. He's clearly not going to give it up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel? Shouldn't learning be fun? You've got moxie, I'll give you that. Actually, doing this action, I'm kind of getting reminded of Elvis a little bit. Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone, then leans in. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers, oh lord. Just one ingredient, but you can't tell. I use, beep. It's something my great-great-grandmother taught me. Wow, you'd have never guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you get some if you search. Okay, I have a feeling that the secret ingredient is love, man. While you're wrapped up in that huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared. While everyone is still in the cafeteria, you decide to look for him. How did he disappear while we were just talking to him that close? You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I've graduated. It sounds like you have big plans. I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world. You can bet on that. Alone together for the first time, you figure now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him. Neg him to show your own strength. Okay, I guess that's the pickup artist option right there. Neg him. Wow him with a big idea to add an additional ingredient to really spice things up. Okay, but that implies, see, that option implies that his recipe isn't already perfect and that his grandmother might be wrong, you know? Like imbalance the recipe. Like that's just trying to do too much. Be modest but thoughtful. That's what I'm gonna go with. Well, I just wanted to tell you that I really enjoyed your food. Oh god, he sprinkled hearts out. He emanated hearts, so that must have been a plus in the love meter. Now that you've got his attention, the flavors were complex but comforting. The interplay between salty, savory, and peppery, it was perfect. I appreciate the compliment, Eric. I'm sure you'll be a big success. I know we've only met today, but I'm starting to get the same feeling about you. Oh god. We should head back inside. The next lesson starts soon. You step into the massive cooking arena where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they can need. Okay, I guess this is like Kitchen Arena, you know, an Iron Chef, or like, what is that one? Well, God, what is that one cooking anime called? The one with the cooking battles in it. I know there's more than one, but there was one where it's like a whole academy. God, the theme song, like I can see the opening segment playing in my head right now, and I know it was on Crunchyroll for a while, but I totally forgot what it was called. Look at this place, it's magnificent. Finally we get to show our stuff. Wait a second. Oh no, we have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it? You're not going to blow anything. Except maybe kisses to the crowd of fans you're going to earn with your signature adorable tiny food creations. Welcome students to the cooking arena. For today's lessons, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. Oh god, it's gonna make me choose, isn't it? Naturally, Miriam looks over at you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. Oh god. Hey Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of two, that is. Me and you, if that wasn't clear. Aw man, poor Miriam though, now she's crying. I guess we'll have to break our best friend's heart. Wanna be my partner? Aww. Sure, Eric, I'll prepare our station. Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing all alone. Two different students quickly take notice. Okay, I'm guessing the other students, like in a lot of visual novels, the other students have endings too, where they can end up with different people. Nochichi says Food Wars. Okay, maybe, yeah, I think Food Wars was it. The one with like Erina, right? Erina is like that snotty girl, like the one who has like the god tongue or whatever. I never watched, but the food looks so good there. And then F in the chat for Miriam. Yeah, I actually really enjoyed Food Wars. That was actually a really good anime. But I never finished, like, I think there was like, I don't know if they actually made another season of it, because they actually like kind of left on a cliffhanger when I was watching it. Colonel has muscles, you just realized. Colonel makes everybody gay. Hello, new partner. Beep boop. Bzz. Oh my, two potential partners. I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose. It looks like you'll have to pick for her. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Who do you want to ask to be Miriam's partner? Okay, hold on a second. I think it's just Nochichi in here anyway, but I'd appreciate it if you'd leave me a like, Nochichi, while I go take a quick restroom break. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Nochichi says, I'm liking and subscribing to see you dance Taba Taba. You're already subscribed to me. Nah, but for real, I always like the video first thing. It's becoming a habit. I appreciate that, Nochichi. I really appreciate that. It really helps out. Let me take a quick sip here and then I'll continue. My mouth is starting to get a little bit dry again. Oh man. Did I finish this already? Let me get some water. Oh boy, so I looked it up and it looks like this game is only like an hour and a half long, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Because like I said, I do have to rearrange my space, but I don't know. If not, maybe I'll play, like, try to do one other path if it's not too repetitive. Let me ask you this, Nochichi. Have you played all of the paths in this game or watched all of the paths in this game? And if so, like, how many are there? I'm guessing there's one for each character. Although maybe not sprinkles. I don't know. That'd be a little bit too extreme, I think. But I'm guessing each of these characters you could actually romance if you choose the right option. I'm guessing. Nochichi says, well, I never played this game. Okay. Have you like watched Let's Plays or something? Only saw some parts on YouTube, but never. Oh, you never watched the full game. Okay. Good, interesting, good to know. So we're kind of going through this together in, through completion for the first time. All right, let's check it out. Okay, so who should we ask to be Miriam's partner, Pop or Clank? Well, Clank is a freaking machine, dude. I don't know, man. Like, I'm inclined to pick, even though Pop is awkward, I don't know what their chemistry would be like. Plus, I don't know if he's really a good... I mean, he looks really messy and dirty. Like, I feel like she's gonna sabotage her. But, like, I don't know. I want her to have a human connection. I don't want her to be with a freaking robot machine. So I'm gonna go with Pop. Sorry, Clank, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Pop today. Pop gives a big smile as he steps up to the same station as Miriam. I am a chef. He holds up a banana, and without peeling it, he proudly eats the entire thing. It's disconcerting, but Miriam is too kind to act grossed out. I love your enthusiasm, Pop. She looks at you like, really? This kid? But it's too late to change your choice now. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork. Alright, you two, for today's lessons, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea. Which dish do you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? Steak tartare seems easy enough. It's fancy and you don't even need to cook it. Using octopus will blow Colonel Sanders' mind. Your grandmother's mashed potatoes and gravy, okay? I know this is supposed to be a simple game and just a fun game, so obviously the answers are pretty obvious. Mashed potatoes and gravy, since that's a KFC side. But it's funny because, like, in actual, like, you know, quote-unquote serious visual novels, like, a lot of times the dialogue choices will be really esoteric. Like, sometimes they'll be, like, almost the same, or you'll think it, like, doesn't even have an impact, right? But then, like, you know, it does, and it's really weird. So it's kind of refreshing to just have these straightforward options. I've always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we could make something warm, inviting, comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes. And gravy? I couldn't imagine one without the other. Oh god, just like us, right? Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. I'll go get the potatoes. No, please, let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine. Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? We're just cooking partners. Mind your own business. Sanders' heart is my business, and you'd better keep your fingers off my man. Uh-oh. Cat fight time. Did someone call for me? Uh-oh, we're gonna have to fight. No, geez, Van. Well, I'm over here crushing Eric's dreams. You're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That was the deal, remember? Colonel Sanders returns, arms full of peeled potatoes. He tosses them into boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends. Oh, howdy there, Ashley. Van. Are we working in a quartet instead of a duet now? Oh, God. Why is the music like this? I guess this is the confrontation music. Actually, no. It looked like Eric was struggling, so we offered to give them a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring. I was gonna say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might be able to get up to my level. Doubt it. Don't be rude, that man. Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But Colonel, if you ask me, I may make a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Don't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows? We fit together, like a thigh and a drumstick. It just makes sense. Nothing about this makes any sense, but one thing is clear. She's coming for Colonel if you don't watch out. Uh-oh. She's winking, too. Yo! Pinkish! Okay, I have to bow to you because I'm wearing a pink shirt today, Pinkish. What's up? Pinkish says, how funny, I just bought some KFC for lunch and dinner today after work. Man, this game was the freaking hype a few years back. Yeah, I'm a little bit late to the party, but here we are. Never too late for Colonel Sanders' KFC, you know? And then Pinkish says, hope your days are going well. Oh, Pinky, yo, I hope your day is going well, Pinkish. Sounds like you got dinner figured out. And, dude, I actually live down the street from a KFC. I might have to eat some KFC after this, guys. Because it is kind of making me hungry thinking about it. Even though I like nowadays, okay, I mentioned this several times before. Like, I like, these days, I feel like KFC has gone down a little bit, at least in my area. I don't know about other areas. But in my area, KFC has gone down a little bit, and I kind of like Popeyes, like, much better now. But, like, I just live so close to KFC, and I actually don't mind it. Although, if I'm being honest, like, I'll probably, if I do eat it, I probably will regret it, like, later in the night when I have to, like, get up and use the bathroom. But that's a whole other story. But I hope you're doing well, Pinkish. I hope you had a good week, and I hope you're ready to kick off the weekend. Here we go. Let's continue. Ashley is really going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. Okay, turn to Colonel Sanders, hunk of hunks in your time of need. Turn to Miriam, your forever bestie who always has your back. Okay. I don't know if I want to put my one true love, like, in the line of fire, but I said I was going to pick every option that focused on Colonel Sanders, so here we go. I'm here to learn to express myself via my cuisine, not bicker with prima donnas. Partners were chosen at the beginning of class, so let's all respect the format, okay? You turn to Colonel Sanders to confirm that you're on the same page. I chose Colonel Sanders, and Colonel Sanders chose me. Isn't that right? A businessman respects all fair agreements, from contracts to handshakes. I took on Eric as my partner for this activity, and I stand by it. Nice, he has our back. Based on your team's behavior, I'd say you're perfect for each other. Neither of you has Eric's natural talent or their loyalty. Being defended by Colonel Sanders leaves you feeling proud and full of potential. Damn, look at her face, man. You look for Sprinkles in hopes that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis and their short but sturdy stature. You look down at your station and realize that in the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed the boiled potatoes into a perfectly creamy mashed texture, with plenty of butter and cream for flavor. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps you know so well while your attention was elsewhere. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out of which pours a smooth brown gravy, smothering your nearly finished potato dish. God, I guess he poured his gravy on our mashed potatoes. Oh lord, there we go, man. Food porn. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The results look spectacular. Granny would be very proud. Damn, look at that steam, too. Jeez, just look at the texture there, man. Not too creamy to where it's just a puree, not too chunky to where you're just, you know, having chopped potatoes. Just perfect texture right there. Colonel Sanders holds out his fork to you. You reach out and... Oh my god, is he gonna feed us? You reach out and grab hold of it, but it doesn't immediately let it go. The two of you stand holding the same fork, and for a small moment, all that madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Oh god. Dude, I can't even look at the screen. Guys, I can't even look at the screen, because, like, I'm actually starting to fall for him a little bit when I look at that. Like, when I look at the eye... The eye of the Colonel. Okay, hold on. Let me catch up with chat. So I don't have to look at... Let me reorient my sexual orientation for a second here and catch up with the chat. Same here. I go to Korean joint, but it's so far of a drive. Notich says, I'm currently vegetarian for religious reasons, but I'm also hungry for KFC. Is it 1 week of going vegetarian? Yep, next Tuesday I can eat chicken again. The first thing I try to go for are those chicken and egg dishes called Navarti, a Hinduism thingy. Man, I wish these came back. It's been years since I had the KFC one. And then because my parent does that too back in their day, so I can relate a little, embrace it. And my feeling for the I don't know, guy. I think it's dude, I'm blaming the background colors, man. It's no, here we go. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. If you love something, set it free. Oh God. Together you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up. When you see Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you fling the sporkful of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. Van, do something, do something. Skipping up a fingerful, Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Hold on right there, Eric. We do not waste food in the broom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you'd better be prepared to eat it from wherever it lands. Uh-oh. Can I has potato face? Van rushes over, a covered dish in his hand. Mashed potatoes with gravy? Pathetic. In just a few minutes, I prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my specialty. Braised tentacle of octopus in my silky saltwater sauce. Plated on a battle axe blade forged by my supreme chef ancestors. Oh God. That is pretty good artwork though. That's pretty typical for like it looks like typical visual novel artwork though, like the style of it. Oh my God, it's just like one octopus tentacle. And like, I don't even know what kind of sauce that is. It looks like some kind of garlic sauce, like some brown garlic sauce or something. Actually, even, like, if I'm being honest, I do like octopus, and even that actually looks good to me right now. You've ignored me for far too long. That ends now. It is I who will have the first bite, and you will all look on with envy. The interrupting student rushes at Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate. No, don't! Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed, and may have turned in the process. The results could be quite toxic. Too late, it has been eaten. I think I left some in the oven. I don't feel so good. It killed him. I just straight turns up into a sheet ghost. Wow. Everyone step back, don't take another bite. When you look back at the plate, the rest of it is gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle being slurped up in Pop's mouth. Oh God. Pop winces in pain for just a moment, then it's almost immediately back to his oblivious self. Oopsie. Tastes like poison. Is he gonna die too? The entire class is gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They're as motionless as statues. The class bell rings, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite obvious danger, has inoculated him against poisons of all kinds. Wow. I wish that were true in real life, you know, like, if you're enthusiastic enough, you'll never get food poisoning or anything, you know? I'm not sure the professors here make enough money. Hello? I just turned into a ghost over here. Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. I'm sorry you had to go through all that. Please, let me walk you home. What? Like for real? Oh, come on. You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. Damn, okay, I gotta admit, that's a pretty nice nightscape right there. The sky actually the sky kind of reminds me of Genshin Impact a little bit. Or like Paimon's Cape or something. Colonel Sanders stands at the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today. Before you go on, I want you to know they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him in a way that you find inspiring. Damn, look at his face, dude. He's becoming emotional. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. Colonel Sanders? Yes, Eric? There's something I need to tell you. Hold it right there. There's something I need to tell you first. Oh, geez. See, when I was a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef the world has ever seen. And every day since, I've been working toward that dream, day and night, never stopping, never resting, also lifting a lot of weights, like so many weights. We should follow our dreams with all of our hearts, that our souls may grant them like wishes floating on a shooting star. Hey, no, you... Shut up, I'm the one here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story. Are we forgetting that your cooking literally killed a guy? You can't prove that. Look at that emoji. Look at that emoji. He's like jumping up. I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance you hear a long, sad sigh. Forget him. We're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero. Oh God, what is that? The Spork Monster is here to fight a hero. Oh God. The Spork Monster. Wow. Look at all those eyes. I think I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds. How dare you threaten me just as I was letting down my guard and connecting with another chef on an emotional level. Be afraid. Be very afraid of me because I'm a monster, see? Is he rhyming on purpose or is that just a coincidence? But before he can discuss syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence. Oh God. What will you do? Attack or defend? Let's go on the offense. You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with love. That's my only option. Cook with love does 1 damage. Oh man. It just got real. That attack really upset the Spork Monster. Spork Monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. Ugh, man. I guess this saliva is brown gravy. Looks like snot, man. You take 1 damage. Attack. Let's just keep attacking them. I guess we have no HP visible. You decide to go on the attack. It worked last time, right? Cook with love. Cook with love does 1 damage. Spork Monster won't forget this. Spork Monster is really feeling threatened by your attack. Spork Monster focuses their mashed mind and draws in energy from Mother Earth itself. Oh God, this reminds me of Earthbound a little bit. They grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond? Attack. I'm just gonna keep attacking. You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with love. 1 damage? At this rate, the semester will probably be over before this fight is. Spork Monster's no quitter. Buffed up and ready to rumble, they go on the attack once again. Spork Monster uses Utilitensile. You take 2 damage from the attack. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. I don't know, but if I start defending, how's it ever going to die? Unless I have to just last until Colonel Sanders can save me or something. I'm just going to keep attacking. Again. Cook with love. 1 damage. Spork Monster is oozing cheese sauce onto the lawn of the quad. I wonder who's going to have to clean that up. Feeling vulnerable, Spork Monster prepares for its ultimate attack. Rounded Edge. Villain, your reign of terror stops here. Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens. I guess that's his super. He's going Super Saiyan, man, or Super Colonel. Pot Pie Power Pinch. Pot Pie Power Pinch does 10 damage. Spork Monster is defeated. You saved me. Look at that face, man. An injured Spork Monster spews steam into the night. Forget mercy. Finish him. Spare this wretched beast. I think we should spare him. Let's show some mercy. You manage to tamp down your disgust at the sight of this gnarly beast long enough to realize that he's still a living creature with a pure soul who deserves your pity, not wrath. Be gone, beast, and don't you dare come back for a follow-up encounter tomorrow. Okay. I think it's definitely gonna come for sure tomorrow after that obvious statement. I won't forget this, and I certainly won't be back like you said. The Spork Monster scuttles off into the night. The defeated monster left behind a special item. It appears at first to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection, it's so much more. It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover. Wow. What the heck, man? I hope that, maybe that gives me new battle skills or something. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. Uh-oh. The last name to assign it is Borko. Borko. That name sounds strangely familiar. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night, holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. Hold on, guys. I need a quick drink break, and let me also catch up on chat, too. Oh, boy. Doo-doo-doo! We are witnessing something special. OMG. JoJo reference in here and some others, too. I love the JoJo references here. This is a game for me. Yeah, Shokugeki no Soma. Yeah, that's the one. That's the Japanese title of it. That's what I was trying to remember, Pinkish. Can't spell that one cooking anime, yeah. Yeah, Food Wars. Yeah, Food Wars is the English title of it. We were talking about it, too. So I haven't watched it. Yeah, it's a really good anime. Okay, Nochi's gonna be right back. Pinkish, are you sleeping in tonight? 9 p.m. already. I'm gonna stay up a bit more. Probably sleep at midnight. To watch F1. I usually wake up at around 4 or 5 p.m. for some reason. Only when I take sleeping meds. I can't sleep at least 7 hours. But I had this thing at a very young age, too. Dude, I honestly think a lot of that is age, man. Because when I was a teenager and in my early 20s too, like I could actually go like I could easily go like more than 24 hours without sleep. Like I actually did that a few times where I had like finals all day, and then I actually had to work like an overnight shift. And then, like, you know, like all the way into the morning of the next day, like I used to do that stuff regularly. And then, like I wouldn't even have to sleep that much to recover from it. Like I'd have to sleep like maybe like, you know, 4 or 5 hours, and then I could already be back up again. But now that I'm like old, now that I'm in my late 30s, I really can't pull off stuff like that anymore. Like I have to sleep now. But when you're young, you could do crazy shit like that. All right, here we go. Let's continue this riveting story. Alright. He must have helped you get home. In your tired state, you don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you're tucked in tightly. Good night, my Colonel. In your dream, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. Dreams are weird. Why is he instructing us in love, man? Oh god, look at all the characters flying by. And I wonder if there's a way. I wonder if there's a route you can go where you can save that one student, like the nameless student. You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Excuse me. Were they memories or premonitions? And then there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the spork monster, she launches into a story of her own. Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be, okay, she's falling in love with Pop. I think I might like Pop. Yup. Like him? Like? I know it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. Like him. We got to talking after class, and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. God. Did you know that Colonel Sanders enlisted in the army when he was only 3? Not only that, but he founded a special unit of super soldiers who all wear the same hats just because he put a hat on one time and thought it looked cool. But Colonel Sanders doesn't even wear a hat. He wears a ribbon tie. Either way, maybe it'd be best if he took it slow on this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school? The most famous student to ever attend the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning? You're a thing now? We definitely connected yesterday. Sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess? Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Oh god. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of the secret ingredients? Your bestie's eyes light up. A secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said that, a secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing. So, this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in this botanical garden where I was wandering. This can't be good. He told me all about his passion for spices. Secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from some super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice, he even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was unlike anything I'd ever tasted. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Whatever. Anyhow, we both share an interest in cooking, so we've stayed in touch, you know, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about new spices. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe. And besides, I only know the one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anyone. Please, please, please. It would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or Colonel Sanders. What do you think? Should you protect Colonel Sanders' secret or share it with your bestie? No, I can't betray Colonel Sanders, man. Make up a fake ingredient, tell her the ingredient Colonel Sanders told. I mean, she's my best friend, but loyal to the Colonel, man. Make up a fake ingredient. You quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know, how about... Am I gonna have to type this in? Oh no. It was, Eye of Newt. I know, sounds like some kind of witch's potion, but what can you do? Eye of Newt? Wow. Her eyes light up, imagining it's such a thing, and you figure out that you've satisfied her curiosity and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you can ask her to confirm that she was definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. Who is it, Ashley or what? Oh god, no, it's Colonel Sanders. A wind rushes in. Cherry blossoms fill the air. Oh god, here we go. It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school on a horse, like he's Fabio or something. Look at that, dude. And he has a chicken. There's chickens printed on the saddle too. Wow, what a nice touch. Stand back and admire his majestic glory. Run to him. Oh man, I don't know, dude. I kind of want to run to him, but that seems a little bit too desperate though too. I don't know. Maybe I should though, just in case like Ashley or something tries to swoop in, you know? Okay, let's run to him. Let's just throw ourselves at him. You decide that the best way to show Miriam how serious you and Colonel Sanders are would be to run to him. Surely he'll sweep you up onto the back of his stallion and ride you away together, and you'll ride away together. That'll show her good. Oh, Colonel! My Colonel! However, your sudden movement surprised the horse and it rears up, kicking you directly in the face. Oh no, no. The force of the blow completely knocks you out cold. Damn, maybe he could do CPR on us or something. In the darkness, you see a vision. Oh, Eric, I'm here to deliver you a message. Not this guy. It is important that you remember this exactly as I say it. If you forget, the world could end, so you know it's serious. I've been trapped in a realm beyond, but a great prophecy relies on my return. Only you can save me. All you need to do is repeat my name 3 times. And that name is... But before you can continue, you suddenly awake. Oh, jeez. You awake to find Colonel Sanders tending to you. Okay, maybe this is good, actually. Maybe he'll, like, do CPR on us or something. He roused you back to life with a satchel of secret spices. Or is that just his natural seasoned musk? What? Compliment the craftsmanship of his horse's shoes? Or lean in for a kiss? Oh god. I think I'm gonna go in for the kiss, guys. Hold on. Hold on. Let me just look at chat for a little bit. Nochi says, my body likes sleeping 4 hours, but I want to sleep more. Pinkish says, I really wish I can do that again. BTS on the wall. Yeah, that's what I guessed too, Pinkish, when I saw the room at first. I was like, is that BTS? And Pinkish says, she's so cute. These sprites and art. Tending. Brilliant. Kiss. Alright, here we go, guys. Lean in to kiss Colonel Sanders. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You've known him for a day. Are you really sure? I guess you must be. You put your arms around Colonel Sanders' neck and pull him in for a kiss. Oh, God. Hopefully he doesn't reject us, man. Oh, oh, but he turns his face and you awkwardly kiss his ear. You can feel him shudder. No, look at his face. No. Okay, I guess that's what I get for being desperate on day 2. Like running up to the horse, pulling him into. Okay, I think I need to play a little more hard to get if I'm gonna win him over. I think I'm being too desperate. Too soon. You clearly mistook his compassion for love. Oh man, damn it. Your soul crawls inside of itself and you instantly die of embarrassment. Oh, we were doing so good. Game over. Oh my god. No. Okay, try again. Try again. Damn, dude. I didn't know there were game overs in this. Okay, I guess we literally died of embarrassment. Like, we were so embarrassed we died. Okay, I'm gonna like skip through some of this stuff, guys. Does this actually work? Like this fast forward button? Like, will that fast forward us to the next thing, or does it just okay, I think it just fast forwards box by box. Oh, okay, I can hold it though. I can hold it. That's cool. Okay. So here we go. Let's fast forward through this. I wish that it went better, like right back to right before I died or something. Okay, let's make up a fake ingredient, but this time I'm gonna play hard to get. Like I'm not gonna run out to the horse. So here we go. Okay, let's just stand back and admire him. Colonel Sanders' horse is truly a thing of beauty. Without ever acknowledging that he's being watched, he does a short horse dance before dismounting with a flourish. He then slaps the beautiful creature gently on its rear, sending it running free into the countryside. You were so struck by the sight of him that you lose the ability to speak coherently. Oh, I didn't realize anyone was watching. Don't worry, he knows his way home. Oh my gosh. You attempt to compliment Colonel Sanders, but the words don't come out exactly right. What a horseful beaut you have. I mean, what a horseful beaut you have. Dang it, that's just what I just said. Being a good friend, Miriam attempts to cover for you. Oh, Eric just gets really nervous around people they like. What? This is not helping. I mean, they got food poisoning and were up all night. It was gruesome. You should have seen it. She gives you a wink and a smile as if to say, situation handled. Can't blame a girl for trying. His face, dude. Did you see his face? And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. Damn, dude, we're losing points for them. When you enter the classroom, you can see your two rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. Oh, by the way, Pinkish. Horseful. Dude, I don't know who this is. Do you know who that is? Like, I don't get what this is referencing right here. This game, I think, came out in 2015, so it might be like an older reference or something. But I don't know who that is. I just have a feeling like they wouldn't put that face in detail like that if that's not supposed to be an Easter egg or something. Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad? You try to get a peek over at Van's hulking shoulder, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? Tell them to stop acting immature, or act like you're not interested in them, but really try and get a closer look. Let's just tell them to stop acting immature. You immediately dress the rivals down for their immature behavior. Culinary school is to be respected. This kind of nonsense is a waste of everyone's time. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the emperor of cooking, are you? You make the rules? I'm not sure you'd know a good meal if it ate you. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary schools. It takes creativity. It takes panache. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get a good look at what it was they were hiding, and you instantly recognize it. Oh, it's a book, just like the one you found after your encounter with the spork monster. Uh-oh. So I'm guessing they have new attacks and moves too. That's the same book I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. Did they steal it from us? Or something, or like take it out of the battle and we didn't notice? I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom and its contents are secret. You notice that they haven't just been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall. They're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth. What? We're playing! Before you can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep beep. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that it rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts. You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Bzz. Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer. Womp womp. No, your mother was a stand mixer. Oh god, is this a reference? Is this another JoJo reference? You know, like stands? Oh god. Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely she must know that this is a ruse, right? I mean, surely he must know that this is a ruse. Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn. Rub his furry dog belly. He loves it. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken. You want to pay attention to the lesson. You truly do. Oh god, this is starting to feel like Persona, man. Like, do we stay awake or do we go sleep? Which is why in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name. What? But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. God. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, Eric? Naturally, this appears to be a sample platter. Which item do you want to sample? A glass of water, a shimmering pepper, or a dog biscuit? Let's go for the dog biscuit. Because of the shape it's baked in, you assume the dog biscuit is a treat made by Sprinkles, an example of his own culinary talents perhaps. You reach out for it when Sprinkles jumps up and bites onto your cooking apron. What kind of monster would steal a dog's favorite biscuit? Your apron is left in tatters. Oh man. The entire class looks on in horror as you fall unconscious from the... Oh my god, is this a game over again? Oh god, I never even got to taste it. Is this the end? Oh my god. You fade into darkness, but something is there. The Spork monster? Borko, what are you doing here? It's not your time, my friend. Your act of kindness has not been forgotten. You watch as your apron... Oh yeah, because we let him go. We didn't kill him. You watch as your apron magically repairs itself. You won't have to live in embarrassment anymore. Okay, cool. Thank you, my friend, wherever you are. Which item do you want to sample? Okay, so we got a shimmering pepper or a glass of water. I don't know, man. I feel like the glass of water is like a nothing, right? Like, why would you sample a glass of water? You know, unless you're Nouvelette or something. So, shimmering pepper. A brightly colored pepper stands out. Oh god, but am I gonna die to the heat of the pepper though? A brightly colored pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles in a most eye-catching way. So naturally, you reach out, grab it, and eat it right away. However, your body's not prepared for the heat. Oh no. Oh my god. No. I should have known that we're thirsty, right? For Colonel Sanders, so we need water. The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. It feels like forever as you trip through the universe. Oh no. My friend! Oh! This guy again. I'm here to give you an important message. Oh! You must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... I was saying, to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is... Sorry, I think I've still got some spice stuck in my throat. It's fine, I'll work through. To fulfill the prophecy. You must. You feel yourself begin to regain consciousness. Oh man. You come to and find everyone is staring at you. That pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, and now it's gone forever. Okay, why did he have it on the sample platter then? You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you. Someday. Come on, it's time for lunch. Damn, man, we failed that twice. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim. And your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared via timed competitive cook-off. Oh god, the level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. Demand that they stop wasting everyone's time or step up and tell them you're on. Okay, let's like step up to the plate. A bit of lunchtime competition, huh? Count me in. If I have to wipe the tables with you fools before I set my lunch down on it, then so be it. I'm not the fool, you're the fool. Good one, Van. I like your gumption, Eric. I'll be watching your performance. Oh god, we have to impress Colonel Sanders. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkles steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sportsing court. Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief. At least, not until we turn on the timer. Oh god. Just then, a huge light blasts in your face, flashing the words "Timer ready." That's what I'm talking about. Aroo! I stand corrected. The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me, in case anyone was wondering. I hope its message lifts you to victory. Just like a diamond, I was swarmed under pressure, and now is my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself. You had his chicken and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day 1, and you're feeling like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. Oh god, here we go. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. I don't know if I'm ready for like a time sequence. Just give me a second. Hold up. I might need to drink something more than water. Let me catch you up on this. Hold on. Pinkish says, oh, I found the info. Hold up. Pinkish says, LMAO, it's the real Sanders, no? IRL or someone related in the family. I thought he looks a bit older. The real Sanders we know is the older pic of himself who is known for his white hair and beard. Yeah, that one. Maybe a son or something. Okay, Anthony Janino works for KBP as VP of Marketing, where KBP Foods does franchising, etc. for various corps, one of which is Yum Brands, a subsidiary holder of KFC. Oh, okay, so he's one of the corporate executives. I gotta look up all this. I'm not American enough for this. And Ojiji says, I completely misunderstood your comment, but wow, that's interesting. All these JoJo poses. Pinky, you also like JoJo's. Okay, be right back, guys. I just have to use the restroom. Appreciate y'all being here. Hope you guys are enjoying. I'll be right back. Okay. Okay, thanks for waiting, guys. I am back. I'm going to turn on the camera again in a second. Okay, here we go. Alright, I'm back. Pinkish says, no teachers always see, and Pinkish says, and they did had collabs with coffee shops here, so that's how I know about it. Oh, which coffee shops had collabs with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Pinkish? Unless it's like a local place, like is it a chain or something, like Starbucks? Or like Phil's or something? Or like a fancier place, like one of those like Asian cafes. And then Nakuchi says, thought I found JoJo fan just like me. The memes of it is everywhere. Yeah, the memes of JoJo's Bizarre Adventures have kind of filtered into like gaming and anime culture in general. And Pinkish says, in their OP and end credits, I think they use older American bands, at least for some. Yeah, the author really likes Western music, like a lot. He references, like even some of the characters are named after like American bands and singers and stuff like that. Let me just adjust my mic really quick, guys. I don't know how it got like this. No idea. No idea. There we go. Okay. Alright, I think I'm about ready to get started again. Red Hot Chili Pepper, Led Zeppelin, not from a big chain. They also had a collab with Gucci in the museum in France. Okay, here we go. Okay, hopefully I'm ready for... I don't know, man. I don't feel ready for this, but here we go. Let's go. Oh, God. What temperature does water boil at? Okay, 100 Fahrenheit. Oh, my God. That's wrong. What were you thinking, Aaron? Get your head in the game. Oh, God. You're going to need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know how Colonel Sanders' recipe is exactly, but you have an idea. How many herbs and spices did he say he used? 11. That's right. You might not know all of the ingredients yet, but at least you're headed in the right direction. Yeah, I don't know how I failed, how I bungled that temperature one. 100F is crazy. I don't know. Here we go, though. I don't even know. I don't even know, dude. I'm terrible with that stuff. Tail wagging intensifies. Now that you got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most flavor? Vigilance, trust, or gratitude? Oh, God. Trust. Oh, my God. I think it was gratitude. I'm begging you to get it together. Get it? I'm a dog. It's never the wrong time for some dog jokes. Next question. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You'd better to pick up the pace if you want to survive. No, no, I should have saved or something. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. Now would be a great time to harness that energy. So where does it come from? Small town where dreams are born, the shoulder of Orion, deep beneath the sim. Oh, God, a small town. That's right. This is your shot, and you're not going to miss it. I feel like the timer started going faster. Like, it was not going... Those were not seconds. Those were, like, fractions of a second. Okay, hold on. Okay, here we go. Aroo! You try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? Oh, God. Silence, sizzling, sizzling. Oh, my God. How, dude? Oh, I guess it should be bubbling? Oh, man. Don't make me get the spray bottle. Is this the end? Oh, my God. Oh, really? Yup. Game over. Okay, try again. God damn. This is actually harder than I thought it would be, man. Like, I thought that... At first, I was like, oh, this is a game where all the answers are obvious, you know? That's what I was saying to Nochichi a while ago before you heard Pinkish. I was like, oh, this game, unlike other visual novels, all the right answers are really obvious, but it actually got harder. Like, I've been hitting game overs, like, regularly throughout this whole day, too, man. It really ramped up, I guess. I guess day one was just a tutorial. Hold on, let me catch up a little bit. I think China had a collaboration with KFC X JoJo Stone Ocean. I think Stone Ocean is the only JoJo I've actually watched before. And is that the one you mean? I had to look through old screenshots. They always be getting collabs there. Yep, except here we barely get anything. That's why the game was hyped back in its days. Yep. I wish that we got more collabs in the US, and I wish that they well, I guess that's my fault for not being on social media, but I wish that Genshin... I know you guys were talking about JoJo, but I'm even talking about Genshin here. I wish that they announced their collaborations better or something. Like, maybe even have... I don't know. I was going to say an in-game announcement. I'm sure there is if you click that one menu, but, like, I never go to it. Because I actually missed a collab that was here. Well, I did the McDonald's one, but there's also this place called Happy Lemon, which is like a frozen lemonade place, and there's one near me. And I remember I happened to just be passing by it one day, and I was like, oh, what the heck? Because there was a cutout, there was like a full-size cutout of Jean and Klee. And it's too bad I was in a hurry, because I actually wanted to take a picture with it, but I was like in a real hurry that day. And I had to look it up later, because I was like, oh, is there a collaboration? And yeah, it turned out there was a collaboration where you got like a cup or something, and then a keychain, and then like an in-game code to use for some in-game rewards. But I actually missed it. Like, by the time I saw it that day, it was actually like a few weeks past. I think that they just had not gotten rid of... That store had just not gotten rid of their cutouts yet. But anyway, here we go. All right, let's continue. Try this battle one more time. Okay, here we go. Hopefully I don't bungle it again. Okay, hold on. Let me just fast forward through this. Okay, you're on. Okay, here we go. All right, timer ready. Okay. Okay, oh, wait. Okay, I think it's 100C. That's right, but how'd you have gotten to this school without knowing that? Right. Winner gets to rub my flirty belly. Let that be the enticing offer motivate you. You're going to need to season this chicken before you cook it. Okay. 11 herbs and spices. That's right. Okay, tail wagging intensifies. Okay. What state of mind? Gratitude. That's right. Okay. Your classmates are rooting for us. Yep. When you were a child, your father told you never forget where you came from. Small town. Try that in a small town. All right, here we go. Aroo! Try to show the noise of the arena. Okay, I forgot what the next one was. Sound of success. Okay, I think it's bubbling. I think it's or is it silence? I think it's silence. Okay, yeah, because when people... Right. I just thought about that because I was going to do bubbling, but I was like, wait, silence, like when people are eating, they don't talk, right? That's right. When they taste your cooking, they'll be so taken with it that they'll be unable to speak. Okay. I was thinking more like, you know, when you're at a restaurant or something, you're like talking with your friends and family, and then suddenly the food comes out, and then everyone's just like in their plates eating. You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you, Eric. He's actually cheering you on, which would be awesome, except knowing that he's watching you makes you totally forget what you were doing. Now all you could think about is Colonel Sanders. Oh no, god dang. Hold on. How many spoonfuls of gravy? Oh my god. Oh lord. Okay, I put his face winking. Okay, I think all of those were wrong though. That was hella fast. Did you guys see that? I think all of those options were wrong though, because they all had to do with Colonel Sanders, like thirsting over Colonel Sanders. What are you thinking? Get your mind back into the competition. Grrr. You were stranded on a desert island with only one dessert cookbook. Which do you take? What a hunk! Oh my god, now I'm distracted. No. I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on the challenge? You're falling behind. Oh god. What is that? I think those are all wrong too, because those are all about Colonel Sanders. Maybe I should just let the timer run out on those Colonel Sanders ones. What does that have to do with crafting spectacular fried chicken and delicate baked biscuits? Woof woof. You're really struggling to keep up. God, dude, I think all of those are wrong, though. At the next station over, Ashley has already begun plating elements of her dish. It's colorful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough into the stand mixture. As you do, the crowd gasps. Yikes! Zzz. I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. You might not have any hands, but Eric does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. When you hear everyone talking, you realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hand into the mixer to rescue your dough before it's overmixed. Eric, no! But you're not fast enough and your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quickly spinning beaters. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. No! We're debuffed, man. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. No, god damn. What you often find is that the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult. Everyone stop what you're doing right now. This battle is over. It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Aw, that's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default. No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of Eric's injury. You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he logs onto the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared? Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skip straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. Oh god, what is that? That's like a fancy dessert. I was going to ask Eric to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Oh god, what the heck? I guess it's like an igloo or something? Inside, you'll find a delicate fried cheese croquette atop a slice of honeycomb, ice cream 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry gelée. Oh god. That reminds me of like a dessert they'd make in like, Iron Chef or something, or like, Bocuse d'Or or whatever. Lord. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger in the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you. As he places a sauce-covered finger into his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Internalize the rage you feel, or put yourself between Colonel Sanders and Ashley. Okay. I don't think this is the time to step in. Like, we need to, like, take our L with dignity. So let's just internalize the rage. Your rage burns so intensely within your eyes that they burst into... Oh my god, is this a game over? Like, my eyes are on fire now. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch... Oh my god. Catch fire and turn into ash, and they fall off your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester. perhaps forever. Okay, I guess that's a permanent debuff. Oh my god, look at their faces. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run for the quad to be alone. Oh god. We'll see if he comes to comfort us, or somebody does. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and decided to get married. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. Fill your fryer, man. Oh, that sounds kind of sus, dude. Failure is a part of life. Not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well, then think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you, enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure, I was born that way. But I walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. Okay. I think that's part of Colonel Sanders' like Harlan Sanders' true like real life story. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I lost my business partner to a gunfight. I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. Okay, maybe we should like swoop in here. I resolved that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you see something ignite inside of him, a burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure, it's honest, it's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yay! Why did Pop suddenly show up here, man? Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Oh lord. Battle scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst. It's the Spork monster. Borko? It is I. I know I said I wouldn't be back, and after the whole fight to the death thing, maybe you don't really want to see me anymore, but I just wanted to say that I was wrong to attack you, and I apologize. I know what it's like having to always look over your shoulder. Monster problems, am I right? Aw, thanks, Borko. I'm glad there are no hard feelings. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the dark of the night can really rile a person up. I also want to apologize for the way I switched right into attack mode. I know you're strong, and cooking school can put a person under a lot of stress. I actually used to go to the school. I wasn't always a spork monster, you see. I don't believe it. You were human once. Oh no, I was a golden retriever, but I was still a student. Until one day some mean kids with a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed. A magic spellbook? Precisely. I had procured a copy for myself, but somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef and shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear. I will be there. Damn, okay, I guess he's our ally now. It sounds like there's some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Eric, together I'm sure we can defeat them. Okay, he said together, man, so I think we got a chance. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss. A personal invite? You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Stepping inside Colonel Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. Oh god. Okay, hold on guys, I just have to take another water break, because there's a lot of talking, a lot of reading in this. And let me catch up on the chat a little bit too. Oh boy. Pikachu says that's crazy. Nochichi says, I think China had a collaboration with KFC and JoJo Part 6. Okay, I think I read that already. Man, Eric, you gotta play Misao someday or Witch's House. Game overs will be coming out left and right. What is Misao and Witch's House? Are those visual novels, Nochichi? And then Pikachu says, same here. Rare collabs unless they're those popular animes. I just looked up some upcoming anime conventions here, and man, it's so damn expensive now. You know what, Pikachu? I've never been to an anime convention. I've wanted to go to one, and I just like never really planned it out, or like, okay, if I'm being honest, here's the truth. None of my IRL friends would want to go to one. That's what's stopping me. I'd have to like go by myself, basically. And like, I don't know, man. I just don't know if I can pull that off. Let's just put it that way. And then Nochichi says the only thing we have is Comic-Con that comes once a year. Pinkish says around $250 for the event duration. That's just to go to the convent, like into the venue, right? You still have to, like, if you don't live in the area, you still need accommodations. If there's not enough parking at the venue, you probably need to pay for parking, food. If you're gonna wear a costume, you have to like pay, like, you know, buy a costume or whatever. Damn, that's expensive. And she says, damn, what, 50 euros? I thought 50 euros was expensive. I want to have more anime stuff, but it's legit the only one we have. And yeah, and then if you try to buy those like convention exclusive goods on like eBay or something after the event, they always like gouge it up, you know, make it more expensive than it was at the actual event. And Ochichi says, I suddenly started to sneeze with a lot. I'm gonna grab some paper. I'll probably be getting a bit sick because of the sudden weather change. Okay, I understand, Ochichi, if you need to rest too, you know. The fire did what? Misao and Witch's House are JRPGs, but you get game over super fast. Ah, okay. It's gotten worse these past decades, also very pricey and not worth it. I went to a fantasy fest once in my entire life, and I don't think I want to go there again. That's the ticket price just to get in. What is Fantasy Fest? No, Chichi, is that kind of like a Renaissance fair, but for like, you know, like more RPG fantasy type stuff, or what? Oh man, I'm just gonna pour myself some water real quick. Ooh, my foot just cramped up. Man, whew. Visual novels are like, you know, with no voice dialogue like this are very, very intense on the vocal cords. I'll just put it that way. Archie just says it's all fantasy stuff like Harry Potter, witchcraft, nothing game related. Okay, makes sense. All right, I think I'm about ready to get started again. Okay. All right, here we go. It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Excuse me. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish he might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy, or something crispy. Both, perhaps? Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him, or keep it a secret, just for you? Let's trust him. Let's reveal it. You decide that you're as ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. Okay, I guess all the dishes in this game have to be KFC dishes. The shredded cabbage dish glistens in front of the light, of Colonel Sanders' Lux hideaway. Wow. Look at that coleslaw. Magnificent! Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Okay, who's gonna get the last spoonful? Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. I guess he wants to save it as a souvenir of our love. You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. Uh-oh, what is he getting ready here? Hopefully he doesn't come back, like, you know, naked or something. You realize that now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. I don't know, man. Around the room are various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap an item on an item to discover more about the Colonel. What is this drink right here? Oh, it's a scented candle. A scented candle. You pick it up and try to identify the smell. Power tool. Freshly starched collar. Piece of wood floating in a lake? Summer of 69? No, it's one of the secret recipe ingredients. It's... Tap on an item to discover more about the kernel. A comb. A lock of silver... A lock of silver hair is woven through the teeth of the comb. Upon further inspection, you realize that the hair therein isn't just silvery in color, it's actually made of spun silver. Wow, his hair is actually silver. Okay, the chicken. You notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on a corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic, it's real. Oh god, is he gonna kill it and fry it later? Taxidermy. Oh, it's stuffed. Must have been important to Colonel Sanders when it was alive. A little note clipped to the chicken's foot reads, "The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky." Tap on it. Oh god, I guess he's gonna come in. Why did the door suddenly open like that? Hold up. Maybe I don't know if I click right on that. I feel like I'm not gonna be able to click on this other stuff. But here we go. Oh shoot! You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one off its hanger and try it on. The jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in the scent. They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he's been working on, and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual, until he asks you why you're wearing his jacket. I don't usually loan those out, but I must say, it does look good on you. Oh crap, the jacket. You've got to take it off. You decide that now is your moment to make a big move. You tell him you're cold, or you fess up and tell him the truth. Maybe we should tell him that we're cold. I don't know, there's a fire. Okay, I'm overthinking this. Let's tell him we're cold. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to intrude. I just got a little cold and thought this might warm me up. Okay, now he's gonna like put his arm around us, right? And like warm us up. Colonel Sanders smiles and scoots closer to the fireplace. It's warm by the fire. Why don't you come a little closer? Suddenly, everything feels like it's moving too fast. Final exams are tomorrow. You should be thinking about what you're gonna do, what you're gonna cook. I should be home studying. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. Oh man, I guess we didn't have the courage for it. But the thought of leaving the Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, Eric? I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. I don't know why that's making me laugh so much. It just reminds me of like, you know, those R&B songs and stuff, you know, like take it slow. Oh god. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence. Uh-oh. There's all the characters. You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Damn, that actually does look beautiful outside though. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Okay, is this the end sequence already? Today is a day that could change the rest of your life. Okay, here we go. Yeah, visual novels often have like, you know, the last day, and then usually that's when they reveal like all the outcomes of your decisions. You think about the new ingredient you just learned about. In some jurisdictions, it isn't even legal, but if the recipe is a secret, how will they know? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. I have a feeling though that like if I had made certain other decisions better, like more right, like we would have gotten a love scene here. I mean like right the night before this happened, but we'll see. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. It's meticulous. Oh god, that actually looks good right there. Like drumstick, buttered biscuit. Damn man. Oh man, Chichi says, I love coleslaw. Well, I think coleslaw is actually a Dutch dish, I think it's originally a Dutch dish. Pink says, yeah, that price is just a ticket. Okay. You taste Colonel Sanders' food and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So, would you say that we're the perfect match? How presumptuous. My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery? Take him down a peg or flatter him? Let's flatter him. You know, I think we might make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears. Unable to speak, the only answer you could find is to run out the door and get home. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. Oh god, did she have a night with Pop? I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something happened to you. It's okay, but now that it turns out you're fine, I can finally get up to speed on the saga of Miriam. Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date. I think I can believe that. Since I'd been partnered up with Pop, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him, you'd better harness those wild horses, young man. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me, so I said, yeah, sure, I can get to know the little guy. Long story short, he took me to his favorite shush house, but things quickly spiraled out of control. Did she just say shush house as if that's a thing people say? What is that even referring to? And now I'm really not sure where we stand. Oh my god. You don't give Miriam the time to tell her whole story. However, bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too. Back to Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night with him. You what? Nothing happened, but the emotional connection. Wowzers. Miriam tells you to move on from this whole Colonel Sanders obsession and focus on school. If being obsessed with Colonel Sanders is wrong, you don't want to be right. Oh man. Pinky says it depends on how the restaurant makes them, and Nochichi says, what the hell, I didn't know it came from the Netherlands. I've had good and bad ones here, just looked it up. After a short argument, you both agree to go your separate ways. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. Because you know, he's Pop. What's a swirly? It sounds delicious. Oh, it's great. I'll order you up one right away. I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Sprinkles is a dog and a treat. You can get your swirly dip, too. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school? There's that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You've got some nerve, Eric. I suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words, and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain. Doesn't look like you could go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up, ever. Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Eric, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What's he doing complimenting her? But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say. It was bland. Excuse me, Eric. I'm more than capable enough to speak for myself. I like his angry face. Maybe you could tell me more about your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel? I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. See you inside, Eric. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract you from how slighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley, check out the spell book you received yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Whoa, that's a cookbook? That's a book? It looks like bad news. It's just something I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff. A grimoire, like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it really weren't powerful? I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open it to a page covered with arcane warnings. Cast only in case of extreme emergency, it says around the edges of the page. I could use a spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it will probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. That is way drastic. Couldn't you do something else? Like anything else, not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, fine. It is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you, and a pretty good excuse to try it out. Cast a forbidden spell. Don't do it after all, man. I don't think we should do it, honestly. Well, let me take some water. What do you guys think? What would you guys do in this situation? I wouldn't do it, man. I don't think it's worth it. I think that for the sake of love, I'd be willing to potentially fail my my cooking exam. I don't know, dude. I just can't bear the thought of forgetting about my true love, Colonel Sanders. The teacher says, don't! Baker says, nah, okay. Okay, I think we're all in alignment here on the choice. But, let me just take a quick breather here, guys. Give me a second. Oh, boy. Okay. Okay, I think I'm ready. Don't do it. You take your friends' advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scrunches up and he begins to breathe quickly. He must be hungry. Reach for some old homework to give him as a snack. Dogs can be rather unpredictable, especially Sprinkles. Wait to see what happens. Let's just wait. Sprinkles stops in his tracks. He focuses in on the window. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral and runs to the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Terrence, I told you never to come back here, Terrence. I will destroy you, Terrence. What? Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off his face. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence? You'd better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again. After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt not only by Terrence, but by any other squirrel head in hearing distance, he returns to his professorial tone. I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Eric, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see... But before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Sprinkles is interrupted by sad whimpering coming from the back of the room. I told you to save it for after class. But I miss you. We went on one date, Pop. How can you miss me when I'm right here? Pop's voice quivers as he pleads his case to Miriam. Oh man, I guess Pop's is the clingy one, the needy one, the clingier one in this relationship. Every time I blink, you go away again. God, dude. Oh my gosh, that is too much. Lord, stop blinking, man. That's a really cute thing to say. Miriam, what happened between you and Pop? I got her in trouble and now she's mad at me. I didn't just get in trouble, I got yelled at by Pop's mother, who blames me for getting him banned from every museum we set foot in. Oh, so that's what you meant by shush house. Pop, we went on one date. We're over. And it meant so much to me that I made this for you. Too hurt to go on arguing, Pop leaves his creation behind and runs out of the room. Okay. I guess that's Jello with like pretzel sticks in it or something, and sprinkles. And a boiled egg in the middle. That just looks gross, man. And I guess those are peas? It does look kind of like Colonel Sanders, though, like with the white hair. They do sell Jello at KFC, I think. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't get distracted by what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam. Trademark. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. But before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey, Miriam, are you okay? Okay, I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets out of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that in front of everyone? Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're gonna cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me. Of course not. Well, maybe. Sorta, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it, and a ranch big enough for the both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show you a little interest anyhow. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup. And I bet that Professor Dog is gonna love it up. While you were pep talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay, because you have a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. You've decided to head over to the arena to practice a dish. This is it, the location of your final challenge, a test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent, and a chance to beat the pants off of Van, the supposed man, and his eviler counterpart, Ashley. As you planned, you begin to run through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on, Eric's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do... Oh god, I bet Colonel Sanders is gonna come in here. Yup. Your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Oh god. Eric, what are you doing in here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who's hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. Ignore it like there was no sound at all, or fess up about your practice dish. Well, let's just fess up, because the timer did go off. Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know, my nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You knew it was just a pot pie? You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all-butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? No, I can smell that it was made with a heaping helping of TLC. But it'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. I guess we gotta pull out, guys, okay? The moment of truth. Wow. Okay, that is actually making me hungry. I do like chicken pot pie, so that's actually making me a little bit hungry. Hold on. No, Gigi says, I've been scrolling through YouTube and saw a lot of drama about the Genshin English voice actors. Totally off topic, but man. Like, Kenichi got replaced and Paimon, Keqing, and Candace were all bullying his voice actor. It's messed up. You're saying Paimon, Keqing, and Candace's voice actors were bullying him? That really is messed up, actually. And if it was really bullying and not just, like, you know, friendly joking. But to be honest, yeah, I did. I know you guys were both not here when I was doing Aoife's story quest stream. When I was streaming his story quest, or the event quest, the tournament one. But yeah, I was like kind of thrown off by Kenichi's voice, and I was like, he sounds like it doesn't match his character. And it sounded kind of like NPC-ish to me or something. Because it's been going on for a week. We only have Sundays here, not even Jello. Sundays are good. A whole week. It's crazy and a bit shocking coming from these VAs when they're supposed to be professionals. Wow, so it really did come, especially Paimon's VA. Like, I've actually watched streams of her and stuff like that. She didn't seem like the type to be, you know, putting down other voice actors, but damn, that's pretty messed up. And then Pinkish says, well, I don't play any of the games in English, so it doesn't really affect me, but still, kind of shocking. Yeah, that is pretty shocking. Like, what kind of stuff were they... Okay, maybe we have to, like, take a detour and look at this stuff, but I'm just curious, like, what kind of stuff were they saying? Like, was it harsh criticism, or just kind of, like, saying he was bad at voice acting or something? She says, I know, right? It's sad to see this, honestly. Yo! Okay, I think that's Alex right there, but hold on. Let me keep catching up with chat for a second. But hey, Alex, I'm so glad you're here. It's been a while. Pinkish says, well, I don't play any of the games in English. I know, right? I'm sure Keqing will be replaced. Oh, Keqing's gonna be replaced too? Even the CN community got involved, and you know how they are for changing the minds of Hoyo, so we'll see how this goes down next week. Oh, I'll keep my YouTube open for that. For real though, Colonel would be such a perfect husband. Strong and can cook and rich. Meat pies here are very rare now. Yeah, I feel like meat pies are more of like a British or like an Anglosphere thing, like British, Australian, and New Zealand and whatnot. Speaking of which, we've got a Brit in the audience right now, Alex, and Triple H, I assume. And keeping the food on the screen. Yeah, but chicken pot pies aren't as rare though, from my experience. Like, there's a few cafes around here that serve chicken pot pies, and you can always get like those frozen like Mary Calendar chicken pot pies in the freezer section of your local grocery store. Too bad I'm not sponsored by Mary Calendars. Nochichi says, should I send some videos here in the chat? Yeah, you can send them, Nochichi, and then we can watch them later. Or actually, Nochichi, if you do me a favor, send them and put them in Discord instead. If you have Discord open, put them in general. And then Alex says, it's been a while. It's been a while, huh? Yeah, it sure has, Alex. How you been? How's everything in the beautiful nation of the United Kingdom? And how's everything with Triple H? All right, guys, I'm gonna continue. Let me take a sip of water, then I'm gonna continue the game. I appreciate you all joining me, by the way, as always, for this Friday night stream. And for those of you just joining us, like Alex, we are currently playing I Love You, Colonel Sanders, which was a hit corporate visual novel from the mid 2010s. But here we go. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules. There are no rules, except to cook with everything you've got. You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van and Ashley are preparing wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. I like how they're both posing, and I only just noticed that she has a cleaver with a heart keychain on it. That's funny. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big, going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect, his original recipe, fried chicken. The intensity in the room starts out at a full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Egg borscht! What? Why is it borscht? Miriam furiously injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth. Best friend Baster Blaster! Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roid! Oh god. I really like the artwork in this game though. Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula! Even Clank gets in on it. 5-dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English? It's that singularity as I was foretold. We mustn't let it happen or the appliance uprising will take us all. Self-destruct. Van quickly unplugs Crank and rolls him out the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spellbook out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? You've got a book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic? Okay, I think that we were urged by Spork or somebody, I forgot who, not to use any spells. So let's do it the hard way. Oh yeah, and we were warned that taking the easy way is not like the good path. So here we go, hard way. Who needs magic when you've got passion? I'm going to do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room. I believe in you, Eric. Miriam notices too. And I've always believed in you, Eric, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever. You turn to notice that Miriam is at your station cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who's cooking? Tiny food, short cook time. I'm already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, but... Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. It's the secret ingredient. However, she doesn't know that you lied and the ingredient was made up. And where in the world did she get this eye of the newt from? Oh god. Consequences for lying. The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes. It is I, Steve, the spork monster. Why is his name Steve now? Steve, wait, what happened to Borko? You're not here to battle me, are you? Where spork monsters are many. I think Borko had the day off, but you have conjured Steve, and I hate to battle, so I'd say you were doing pretty alright. Oh hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out? I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve the Sporks Monster notices that you've got the Grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station. I see what you're up to. Chris got some magical items and accidentally summoned me, huh? Huh, yeah, you guessed it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing me some fresh noodles in a pot of salted water?
I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little spork pup back in the old country.
You can feel Spork Monster winding up to tell you a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably a lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on the competition.
I understand. It's kind of like that time in Monster School that I had fallen asleep during Scare Tactics class, and when I woke up...
You toss a serious stare at Steve, and he takes a hint.
Never mind. I'll tell you later. Good luck.
Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. Okay, so we can summon extra power from deep within ourselves, or give up and drop out of culinary school. There is no giving up, guys. Summon the extra power. I can do this. I have whatever it takes. I came here to win. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body. Oh man, I wish they showed us a visual, dude. We're like basically going Super Saiyan right now. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for... Yes, Eric, you are the chosen one. You will avenge me. The power you've been summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know that with this power you can do anything. Except turn back time, which would be super useful, because while you were powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven and can't be served. Oh man. But don't worry, dear Eric, you may have suffered some setbacks, but all is not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you've earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say, I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. All you've managed to make is mac and cheese, and time is almost up, so you're gonna need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the tests? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never been my thing. I follow my heart. What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid eyes on. And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts. Are you suggesting if we combine forces, we could form the perfect feud union? Okay, there's our fusion, I guess.
Time's up, students.
When time expired, it's the moment everyone has been waiting for.
You must now prepare to present your dishes.
A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete.
It seems we're missing some students. Pop, Clank.
From off screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student. I'm flying! It sounds like it's coming from the broom closet over there. Miriam,
would you mind?
Inside of the closet, you see Pop hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants.
Pop, get down from there right now.
Let me guess. Let me guess. Did Van Van have something to do with this?
When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse?
I thought a wedgie was a salad.
It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything.
I can't feel my legs. May I be excused?
Sure. You kids and your pranks. I must say it's not the worst prank in UCSAL history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks. Clank. Where did that pressure cooker roll off to?
You wait to hear a signature whir, beep, or another onomatopoeia. I don't know how to pronounce that, but there's none.
Somehow he must have got it unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester.
Wow, 3 whole days long.
But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now describe your dish.
I've made tender udon noodles and savory soup. That is tiny, man. So she really does make microscopic, or not microscopic, but tiny dishes. Let me drink a little bit and catch up on chat, though. Oh, Lord. Oh, man. Okay. Nochi said, okay, I have them on Discord. Past J says, it's okay, I guess. Not the best, but you know, could be worse. Oh, man. I'm sad. I'm sorry to hear that, Alex/Triple H, but you know, if it helps you guys to chat here with us, you're welcome anytime. Oh, and I think you said you don't have Discord, but let me put the Discord link in the chat, just in case you change your mind at some point. Or for whoever's here. I don't think there's any lurkers right now, but just in case, let me just put the chat. Oh, man. Crap, why did it do that? I didn't know it would switch over like that, guys. Sorry about it. Let's copy this. Boom, boom. Okay. Oh god, hopefully I didn't screw up this entire thing. Okay, we're back to that. Good. Can I even copy and paste in here? Okay. Guess I can't. Damn it. Well, forget about it. I'll put it like at the end or something. Sorry about that. Sorry about that awkward pause where I tried to fail to put a Discord link in my chat. Chichi says, I didn't realize the video was 20 minutes. Spark is going to be called Jeff next or something. Corgi Ramsey, yeah, like Gordon Ramsay. Okay, the first thing I'm eating on Tuesday will be KFC or chicken wings. I can't resist. Chicken sandwich. There's currently a deal going on, 20 wings for 10 euros. Damn. So I'm thinking about getting that. Maybe next time I get Crunchy Crunch burgers. And Past J, aka Alex, is just addiction and stuff. Well, I'm sorry to hear about that. I know it can be really challenging and difficult dealing with that sort of thing. So if you guys need us, we're here for emotional or moral support. But dude, did I even drink water while I said I was taking a little breather? Okay, let's continue. Here we go. And if one of you guys could put the Discord link in the chat, that would be great. If one of you guys knows how to. My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny Naruto Maki I spy afloat in this itsy bitsy bowl? Yes, Chef. Please, call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. What? Yes, Sprinkles, and some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue dip into the bowl. Sublime. Would anyone like a taste? Oh, come on. I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all by myself. Why is he crying? And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much. It was less than a thimble's worth of soup. A+. Rarely do I taste a dish with as much love as poured into yours. Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug. Thank you, Eric, for helping me to believe in myself. Van, you're up. Now, describe your dish. I made uni over smooth egg custard in an axe-hewed urchin shell topped with caviar. Wow. Of course, he has to be super fancy. Also, I've noticed that all of his dishes so far have included seafood, have incorporated seafood in them. Did you just skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second, different color type of urchin? Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. A bit as much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkles leans in to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to paw it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around. Woof woof. Please be gentle with my cuisine. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded. Ouch, my tongue! The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting. I can't eat this. I keep poking my tongue. Disqualified. A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could make it difficult to eat? Dejected, Van does not go gentle into the night. Disqualified for glamour. Don't discount simplicity. This is the last you've heard of me. Before forcing us to endure a swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk. I know. Yeah, I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student, Ashley, it's time to step up. Now describe your dish. I made orange blossom Turkish delight in a light rosewater syrup topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass. Wow, super fancy as usual. Jeez. That actually doesn't sound too bad. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece. Oh god, that does remind me of, I don't know if you guys have ever watched Bocuse d'Or, like those competitions where they make those like giant sugar sculptures and like sometimes they like break as they're transporting them. And like they're not meant to be eaten at all. It's literally just like sculpture. Don't eat the food at a cooking school? Got toast in your ears or something, Eric? I told you, it's a display piece. Ashley, I must say, it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school. Yeah, which is why I cooked it and did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to College of Eating, school for the hungry. Yeah, that was actually kind of funny. I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt the sugar spiral.
If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified.
Rage overtakes Ashley, and she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked to you. And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone. This isn't the last you've heard of me, either.
If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself.
You and Colonel Sanders, the final cooks, step up together.
Two chefs?
What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese. Okay, I'll leave that up for a little bit. I know some of you guys like mac and cheese. Like, I think No Chi Chi likes mac and cheese. And I think most people do. My sister really loves it. I'm not the biggest fan of mac and cheese myself, though, to be honest. Alright, there you go. There's your macaroni and cheese. Has become something else. Oh, crap. Okay, that actually looks kind of good with the fried chicken and stuff in it, though. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Uh-oh. I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drumroll plays.
Just when I thought I've seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing. And completely blow me away. In my 49 years of dog life, I have never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class.
Okay.
You pass, and you pass, and you get a pass.
Everyone gathers around and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win. Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive that even Van and Ashley are drawn back in by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment, to get their groove on. Uh-oh. Here we go, guys. Got the dance floor going. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. Oh, God.
DJ Dog is in the house. Woo!
Oh, God. Here we go. You knew that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Oh, God. Okay. Actually, I kind of like these outfits, though. They look better, I think, in these outfits than the chef outfits. Damn, Ashley is pretty thick, dude. Look at that. And Van's a thick boy, too, which I know is No Chi Chi's type. Van and Ashley tell everyone that they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were villains. Okay. That sounds like a happy ending. For a moment, you actually believe them. Never mind. Not another haunting.
No ghosts allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws.
I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me.
Oh, amusing.
And now that everyone is together...
It's the Spork Monster.
It's the Spork Monster. He's totally mellowed out.
Everyone, the Spork Monster is no more. From here out, I prefer that everyone refer to me by my new name, Party Monster.
Student tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone is too wrapped talking to Spork. Sorry, Party Monster. Dejected, student walks off. Oh man, poor student. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found love in her cooking, and you know she's gonna do great. She has a cool outfit too. Kind of reminds me of like a watermelon. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? Okay, here we go, guys. Get ready. Colonel Sanders is gonna make his entrance. Let's see how he looks for the ball. Oh no, never mind. It's Pop. He arrived late to the dance, but apparently for good reason. Why does he have a crown on? Walking the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef's hat. A crown?
Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dean.
Oh God. So his father, so nepotism basically. Oh, now I get it.
And we get a new wing on the school, not to mention the honor of educating the son of the chancellor of such and such.
Miriam, will you be my lady king? What an incredible turn of events, an offer to join the royal family. It's like a dream come true. You'll get to be a princess, or maybe a queen? I'm not sure if he even knows, but either way, crowns and gowns, baby. I'm sorry, Pop, but I'm not interested. Not now, at least. I've got so much to do with my life. A twist on a twist. So many more 3-day universities to attend. So many tiny foods to meticulously sculpt and then watch get accidentally blown away by a single sneeze. Okie doke. The music at the end of the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparking and electrical hissing. It's Clank, who has arrived late to the dance. Now that I have graduated, I can reveal my truth. Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing. I am Clank, and I am not of this earth. I am actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? What? I actually feel like I knew it this whole time. Now that I have learned the ways of your kind, I must return. A portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Okay, here we go, guys. Let's see how he looks. Wait, why is his... Okay, so he's just wearing a t-shirt and pink pants or brown pants. I guess that's his casual fit right there, his dancing fit. Howdy, classmates. Just like the first day you met him, he has come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give them a bucket of chicken. This time, it's a full meal. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. Alright, here we go, guys. Free advertising for KFC right there. Looks like a family meal. We got 2 mashed potatoes. That's like an 8 or 12 piece bucket. Coleslaw and 4 biscuits. Yo! Plague! Okay, hold on. Let me catch up with chat a little bit. Nucci says, I didn't realize the video was 20 minutes. Yep. Paz J says, thanks, we're gonna go. Okay, sorry I missed you, Paz J. Sorry I didn't get to say bye to you on time. I don't think you're here anymore. But, goodbye to Paz J. Nucci says, I think this is it. And then Nucci says, what does uni taste like? I've never had it, but it seems pretty good from what I've seen. I've had uni a few times. It's more of a, textural thing. But it's kind of sweet. You know, it's kind of sweet and, seafoody. I'm trying to think of something similar. Maybe I was gonna say maybe like a scallop a little bit. I don't know. Maybe pinkish has better words to describe it. But for me, it feels like more of a textural dish than a flavor dish, honestly. And let me see here. Nochi says I kind of like it, but I add chicken. It's too cheesy for me. Then Plague says, wow, and 2 hours late as always. What's up, Plague? How you been? The thunder from down under. And then she says, a watermelon. Damn, give me that. Oop, food. What's up, Plague? How you doing? I hope you're not watching. Well, maybe you are watching in class. Maybe that doesn't matter. But I am glad you're here. Let's continue. Okay, the end? Uh-oh. Is that really the end? No, it's not the end. As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Eric, what are you doing sitting here all alone? Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder, might you tell me, what are the qualities that you would expect to find in such a lucky person? Off the top of my head, I don't know, a spicy musk, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, just to name a few. It truly is my lucky day. Would you dance with me? Yes, I would love to. As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off, and I'll be so glad to spend it together with you, Eric. How sweet! We'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. Work together? Well, I think there's something I'll just need to do by myself. But who will help you run your restaurants? I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward? Could it be? You found a love connection but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef. Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other love, the life of an entrepreneur? I suppose I could enroll at pastry school. Oh, my dear Eric, I'm sure you'll find your place eventually. And along the way, you'll have me by your side. The end. Oh man, we didn't get like a kissing scene or something? Oh man! Come on, or at least show us holding hands or something. Well, Plague says, shh, I'm at tennis. Plague, you are always watching me at the most awkward places and times. So you're supposed to be practicing tennis right now. Or playing tennis. And you're over here watching us play I Love You, Colonel Sanders. That was that, guys. I don't think I'm gonna do every ending. I know that there's multiple routes you can go. I would do it if there was more voice dialogue, if I'm being honest. It's just my throat and voice are just really, really tired from all that. But maybe let's go ahead. What we should do while I have you guys here, maybe what we should do is take a quick look at the, maybe take a look at that trailer that you mentioned. Really quick. Roboman Productions says, hello, what's up, Roboman Productions? You just caught us right at the end of finishing the game I Love You, Colonel Sanders. But how are you? I don't think I've ever seen you on my stream before, so welcome. And if you don't mind me asking, how did you find the stream? Nachichi says, I need Colonel Romance. Okay. So it was Nachichi. Well, actually, Nachichi, you said you never played the game before, but I'm guessing that was a good ending, right? But I don't know if that was the best ending. Like, I was expecting a little bit more. Like, I was expecting, like, I was expecting artwork of, like, Colonel Sanders kissing us or something. Roboman Productions says some friends told me about Alex was here. Oh, really? So you're a friend of Alex and Triple H's. Okay. Yeah, Alex was just here, but they left already, unfortunately. But they seemed like they were kind of down. They were saying something about things have been hard for them lately. But, if you're a friend of theirs, hopefully you can cheer them up or something. But welcome. You're always welcome to check out my stream. You're Alex's ex. Oh, okay. Well, you're welcome nonetheless to join here on this stream. I just hope you guys don't get into any relationship spats or something in the chat of my stream, but you're welcome as a viewer. Nonetheless, Nochichi says, hello, Roboman. All right, what was that trailer that you sent me, Nochichi? Like, before we wrap up, maybe we should take a look at that. Okay, is this it right here? These English voice actors just destroy their careers. Okay, give me a second. Before I do this, let me go ahead and put the invite link into the Discord if I can. If I can do that. Sometimes I can't do it. Like, it goes into streamer mode, and then I can't really do that. Why do I have Discord on that monitor? Shouldn't be there. Let me go ahead and turn off streamer mode for now. And then let me go ahead and copy the link to the Discord, and let me get it in to the chat if I can. There we go. There's the Discord link for anyone who wants to join us. Roboman Production says no promises. Okay, Roboman. Well, as long as you guys can keep it more or less civil and nobody's actually like hurting anybody or bullying anybody, then I'm okay with it. But I'm just gonna be upfront with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. If it gets ugly, I'll have to you know, time some people out if something happens. Just being real about that. But you know, you're welcome to watch us game. And if Alex is here, I don't think Alex is here right now. They said they left a while ago, and I don't see them in the participant list anymore. But yeah, so if you were just looking for Alex, Alex isn't here anymore, unfortunately. But here we go. Let's take a look at this trailer, or this this controversy video. I don't know if I'm gonna watch the whole thing, Nochichi, because he said it was 20 minutes, and I also don't want to be just like, you know, streaming another creator's content. But I guess I could do this as kind of like a reaction, I guess. So let me put this up on the screen. Let me get this thing opened up real quick on like an incognito window or something. By the way, if you guys enjoyed that game, I hope that you guys will hit the like button, and if you're not subscribed to my channel yet, I hope that you guys will subscribe. But let me go ahead and open a new window here, and let's take a look at this controversy video. Why does it keep opening on this monitor? Oh yeah, that's my main monitor right now. I forgot.
Hope you guys are having a great weekend.
Okay, hold on. Let me also close the game too. That way, we're not getting a mashup of the sounds from this video. Okay, I don't know if you guys saw that, but that's what I meant a while ago. Like, there's some buttons missing from Windows in this game, since it's not fully compatible. But here we go. Let's take a look at this video here really quick and see what it's all about. And let me know, guys, if the volume is okay for you guys, because I had it turned down for the game, so I might have to turn it back up. So here we are.
Hope you guys are having a great week, and thank you for tuning in. So a few weeks ago, you may have seen a video I made talking about English voice actors,
turn it up a little bit,
specifically SAG-AFTRA union members, and how we can see across the internet that public perception has been shifting against those union voice actors.
Hold on, let me put the captions on too.
Many people criticizing the actions of SAG-AFTRA and their members. Interestingly enough, I actually had 2 different union voice actors come to the comment section of that video angry with the video. But to one VA's credit, she actually deleted her comment after only a few hours of posting it. Probably realized it was a bad move to make that comment.
Okay.
That the stuff she was trying to say about my video was incorrect, and that she was really only.
So I mean, okay, hold on. No, Chichi, I had to pause for a second. Oh, so welcome, Fawn. How you doing?
There is another voice actress.
What's up, Fawn? Hope your day off is going well.
Comment is still there.
You've had a busy day, no problem.
Allegedly from this English voice actor.
The chicken dating was fun. Like, honestly, let me pause this for a second.
Misinformation.
If my voice wasn't hurting so much, because there was a lot of reading out loud fun. Like, I had to read a lot of dialogue, basically the whole thing. I had to read out loud. So, my voice and throat are really tired now. God, if it wasn't so bad, I would actually do another playthrough and do another route for all the people who just joined in right now. But let me ask you this really quick, No Chichi. He said the volume is a little bit low. Okay, give me a second. Let me actually like boost the gain a little bit. Maybe that'll help, because I already have the volume cranked up all the way on the voice capture. So let me actually put like a gain boost on this really quick. Maybe like 9 or something. Hopefully that's not too loud. But no, Chichi, if you could give us some background here, who is this creator? I don't know who this creator is, and why are they commenting? Like, are they involved in this drama, or are they just a creator who's like reacting and commenting on the drama going on right now? I'm just curious. Or should I just keep watching and then I'll figure it out? But let me go ahead and get this playing again.
If you're not a member of SAG-AFTRA,
okay, now I'm saying that it's going like over though.
Thanks.
So let me know if that's too loud now,
17
guys.
hours ago, actually, that reads, so you're not allowed to talk about an issue if you're not a member of the protection racket being called out. That's not how it works.
I'm seeing it being really loud now, so let me know.
There's a Impact subreddit from only 7 hours ago calling out the recent actions of Sheriff Kirby. We're not going to read that just yet, though, because I'd like to give you all the context, because this whole situation involves many more people than just Sheriff Kirby, as so many people on the internet right now are calling out union voice actors overall, including SAG-AFTRA itself. So I'll give you the context about what started all that.
Maybe a bit too loud now,
and that all begins.
But it also sounds fine. Okay.
This post with now 2.9 million.
I'm gonna leave it at this for a while, but like, let me know in a few minutes or something.
Makes this announcement
if it's like really bad.
Genshin Impact as a new voice actor, saying, "Role announcement. I'm honored to join the English cast of Genshin Impact as the voice of Kinnick. Taking up the mantle of Malipo is a privilege, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to carry the flame from the previous flame bearer, John, who did an incredible job. Those are big shoes to fill, and I promise to give it my all, out of respect for him, for Hoyoverse, and for you, the fans. Thank you to Diana for their amazing direction and for helping me navigate the intricacies of this incrable game.
Okay.
And to side Tokyo and Hoyoverse for the honor of bringing Kinnick to life."
So this is a statement by the new voice actor. So I didn't know if I was kind of not paying attention to the beginning because I was worried about like the sound levels and stuff. But what happened to John? Did he leave just because of the SAG-AFTRA strike drama, or was there something else that happened? If you guys know, like, what exactly happened to the old voice actor of Kinnick? Was it just the union stuff, or what? I'm just curious if you guys know, because I'm curious. I haven't looked that deep. I haven't dug that deep in this at all, so I'm just wondering like what caused him to leave.
Deeply grateful for the privilege of entertaining you all. However, in the responses, we can see a number of voice actors getting very upset at Jacob.
Hold on. I actually kind of want to read some of these out loud. I wish that these things would go away. This is actually kind of diabolical. If you need the money, at least take the role uncredited. This comes off as an easy grab for clout. It's not a good look. I can't read who that is. Let me see if I can read it on my screen real quick. No, I can't see it. And then Valeria Rodriguez does 3 thumbs down. So are these the SAG-AFTRA voice actors? Stephanie Sha. Okay, that sounds familiar. What character does she play? Her name sounds familiar. There are many reasons why roles get recast. I personally draw the line when the original actor is holding out because they're fighting for better work conditions. I refuse many auditions to take over roles from my peers because I never do that to a fellow actor. And then Zulu and Lima Karina, I think... No, that's not Paimon, is it? Because I know Paimon's name is Karina Butker. And then she says, this wasn't a passing of the torch. Okay, so I think what's happening here, guys, is that he is basically, the new voice actor is basically being seen as a scab, to use union terminology, because I actually used to be part of a labor union, believe it or not. So he's like basically a strike breaker. That's the way that they're viewing it. That's the way that they're framing this perspective. So, those of you not familiar with like union labor laws and stuff like that, especially in the US, like you're not supposed to, part of having a collective bargaining agreement is you're not supposed to replace union employees. That's seen as strike breaking. which is very anti-union and anti-labor. So I think that's where the controversies. That's why these people are so angry, because you're supposed to stand in solidarity, or that's the way union workers see it. You're supposed to stand in solidarity, with a fellow person of your craft or your trade. In this case, voice actors. And so in their eyes, they're seeing it as like, oh, this guy's a scab. He's coming in to break the strike. Where we're trying to get better conditions and make sure that our voices aren't fed into AI and all of that. That's really what that's one of the big points of contention in coming up with agreeing on a contract is with SAG-AFTRA, if I'm remembering correctly, is that some of the voice acting companies, agencies, and the companies hiring them don't want to put in an AI writer, which is like a clause in their contract that prevents them from using their voice for making an AI version of their voice, basically. Let me read the comments a little bit before we continue. Nochi said he got fired because he stopped voicing after 5.0 or something. Dude basically refused to do his job. Okay, Nochichi, I just let you know that that's not really how it works with unions in America. I know you guys have labor unions in Europe too, but I don't know. Well, actually, I don't know. Maybe I should look into it myself. Maybe he did actually just refuse to work. But if it's a union thing, then that's completely different, honestly. Minka says, hey, fun. And then Nochichi says the first one is Kaylee, Kaching voice actor. Okay, so this is Kaching's voice actor right here. Got it. Okay, so she must be union. Based on what she's saying here, I'm guessing she's union. And then Pinky says, yes, Nochichi. And then Fawn says, how are you guys doing? And then Nochichi says, that's Paimon Korean. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, because I know she's Karina Butker. And then Pinky says, just another long week and thing as always. Tired but happy it's the weekend. Okay, let's continue this.
Jacob Takanashi. Comments from Western voice actors, such as Kaylee Mills, saying, this is actually kind of diabolical. If you need the money, at least take the role on.
I just read those, so I think I'm going to skip past
this. This just comes off to another fellow actor. And hypocrisy. But yeah, these sort of comments from voice actors upset with Jacob go on and on. For example, here's...
Okay, let me read it out. Ruben Lack says, dude, really classless move considering an actor was fighting for AI protections on this job. I appreciate folks want the paycheck, but they should know crossing a picket line is immediate and permanent black mark. See, that's what I was talking about. When it comes to unions, anyone who crosses the picket line is seen as basically seen as absolute horrible, evil trash or whatever. Also says, y'all harassing him and should realize he's working from Japan. The strike is only happening in America. He's not under the strike in any shape or form just because he does VA work in English. So he's actually Japanese. I'm guessing, I don't know if he's just living in Japan. He has a Japanese last name, Takahashi. But I wonder if he's actually a Japanese citizen or just a resident of Japan. But he's doing English VA work for this role. My hope is that you were misled and you weren't fully aware that John was withholding his work to fight for a better future for actors everywhere, if that's the case. But you have the opportunity to do the funniest thing right now. But if not, you could just continue in this role. Yikes, man. Okay. Well, let's continue here.
Well, here's another one. Ruben Lack saying...
Okay, let me fast forward past his reading since I just read it.
Role. Yikes. However, there's also a lot of comments defending Jacob. For example, the comment there in the center reading, y'all harassing him should realize that he's listening because in this particular situation, while I do think any... Congrats on your new role.
Why pile on? Reyes says, why pile on the guy? He's a VA based in Japan. They have different labor laws in there. And Allure Lux says, congrats on your new role. Warning you now that fandoms can be toxic and apparently other VAs too. Don't give in. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I have mixed feelings about it, to be honest, because I know as a player, especially it sucks playing the game and there's characters silent and stuff like that. I totally understand that. You just want to get, a VA in there. I think most of the people, most of the players, especially the young ones, probably don't give a shit about labor disputes like this, honestly. The only reason that I feel any kind of sympathy towards the other voice actors is, like I said, I've been in a labor union before, and I know it's not always as black and white as it seems. Especially if the companies won't agree to put in AI protections. Why won't the company just agree to not use their voice in AI? Why is that such a big deal? Why don't they just put that protection in and then you could get the original voice actor back in? There you go. So who's at fault here? The companies that won't, come to an agreement with the unions, or the union workers who are trying to protect their trade from being taken over by AI?
Role. Warning you now that fandoms can be toxic, and apparently others.
But I know a lot of Genshin players are young
I do think any Genshin
and
fan would
ignorant,
admit
and
that
they've
the
never
Genshin
probably
fandom can
been
be
in like
toxic. It's really
actual
interesting because in
situations like
particular
this, never been in a
situation,
labor
it seems like the
union,
Genshin fandom at large is
haven't
actually
worked a real
defending
job
Jacob.
before where like
We'll
you
get
have
to
a
that when we
trade
hop
and
over
a
to the
skill
Genshin
that's at
subreddit
threat
in a moment. First, we'll get some
of
more additional context.
being
That
taken
takes
over
us
by
to
AI or
John
whatever. But
Patton
it's a real
Wad.
serious situation.
Hopefully I said that right. This is the voice actor who got replaced by Jacob. John says, "Hey everyone, if you've been
Okay, so
playing
this is Kenichi's original voice actor, right? JP. If you've been playing the latest 5.5 update in Genshin Impact and you're hearing Kenichi speak for the first time in 6 months, it's not my voice. Well, I think that's been obvious. I've been recast. I've been withholding voiceover services during the SAG-AFTRA interactive strike because Hoyo Cognitive Sphere wouldn't offer AI protections in the form of SAG interim agreement. They'd kept my character's dialogue silent for months, all the while I had made the difficult decision to continue not going in until an interim agreement was signed. This ultimately was why I was recast. Now, obviously, a recast is not what I wanted. I'd hoped that any progress behind the scenes would be made, and I could come back safely, or that if recast auditions went out, my colleagues wouldn't read for them. Unfortunately, I was wrong. I absolutely adored playing Kenichi. Genshin was my comfort game during the early parts of the pandemic, and it was a dream of mine to book a playable character. At the time, I didn't have an agent, didn't live in LA, or had any connections that would get me close, but 4 years later I did it, and the messages I received from you all saying how much my performance as Kenichi meant to you made my heart swell. I would and can return if Hoyo invites me back and signs an interim. I stand by my choices regardless of the outcome. Also, the strike is still ongoing. Please don't believe disinformation on the internet. My best wishes to the cast and the production team. Thank you for everything. Yeah, I mean, like, going, like, just to play devil's advocate and look at the side of Takahashi, though, like, I mean, I can't really blame him either. You know, like, should he not take work? Like, if he's a voice actor trying to make it and, you know, land roles, like, should we, I don't think we should demonize him either, though. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think there's any reason to bully him. Maybe what he did wasn't right from a labor standpoint, but I don't think there's any reason to demonize him or bully him either. If he's just trying to get work, you know what I mean? You can't blame someone for trying to get work, especially in a very competitive industry like voice acting. But I kind of like, I guess if I'm going to like, quote unquote, blame anybody, I kind of blame the companies or the studios who are not doing the AI agreement, not wanting to do this AI writer or this interim agreement that they're talking about in their contract. Let me see what chat says. Pinkish says it's complicated, and then Fawn says, oh, is this about Kenichi? And then Nochichi says, John had withheld his voice services for over 6 months after his debut as Kenichi in version 5.0 and would continue to do so if an inter-agreement was not signed, leading to this eventual wreck. And then Nochichi says, yep, I had this drama video pop up when I scroll down YouTube. Yeah, but it wasn't like he was just withholding his voice services to be a bitch, though. He was doing it because they wouldn't put this AI agreement in. So what can you do? It's not like he really gains anything out of it either. It's not like he's getting paid for the role. He might get strike pay from the union. Like, a lot of unions have like strike pay funds to pay out strike pay, but it's probably not even, you know, close to what he would get if he was actually just doing the lines for Hoyo. But anyway, let's continue here.
Latest 5.5 update in Genshin Impact, and you were hearing strike because taking issue with specifically how it comes off like these union voice actors and executives are conveniently leaving things out and really only telling the public certain bits of information and simultaneously trying to have all the public support them as if they're entitled to the public supporting their cause no matter what, especially with how these negotiations may
I like how he's playing Marvel Rivals
union voice actors, and all this has been costing the union voice actors support. A lot of people are no longer willing to support the union VAs, and as has been a recurring theme throughout this video so far, that's something else we'll also be getting into more details about in a moment once we get through the rest of this context. So back to the statement. John says, they'd kept my character's dialogue silent for months, all the while
I don't need to hear him read this.
Outcome.
Don't need to hear you read this.
Takanashi is currently being bullied by some VAs, including those who voiced Genshin characters like Paimon's VA Karina and Kaching's VA Kaylee Mills. In Jacob's announcement post, Kaylee Mills attacked Jacob for accepting the job. When someone disagreed with her, she said, I guarantee you Kaching would be doing the work to educate people and do what's best for the people. What do you think about this? I feel bad for Kinnick's new VA. He's just doing his job. He's not a US VA.
Okay, so I'm just laughing because I like how the people who are arguing have to bring in like the actual character like in canon and try to figure out like what. Wow, like bringing in Kaching, like the actual character Kaching, and saying like what Kaching would do and stuff like that. Like, that's kind of ridiculous. And yeah, I mean, I guess it's also kind of more complicated by the fact that you know, we're talking overseas here. Like, you know, not all these people are in the same country and subject to the same labor laws, but it just feels like a way that the company has you know, kind of bypassed or circumvented labor laws by going overseas like this. So
here's his post. As of recording, that post over on Reddit collecting over 4,200 upvotes and over 1,800 comments. The top comment on that post saying, "Wish she talked this much when people called her out for supporting Mosey's old VA, who is a sexual abuser. She supported him? She supported him in 2020 when he posted his statement, then congratulated him when his role was announced. She doubled down here. Apparently, another one of his supporters, Sam's VA from HSR, Honkai Star Rail, is also one of the current VAs targeting Jacob right now. Funny how that's a correlation they both have. It's seriously starting to look like a clique or some sort of Nepo circle, to be honest.
I don't know about the whole sexual thing. I wasn't even aware of that.
Something a lot of anime and gaming fans came to realize, especially around 2019.
But either way, like, if we're being real here, though, like, that's kind of beside the point, though, of the argument that's at center stage here. If we're being real, like, that's still bad. Like, okay, I'm not saying that you should support someone who's a sexual abuser, but I'm just saying that's kind of like attacking from a different angle. Basically, you're just doing the ad hominem at that point.
And Funimation at all. Put a giant spotlight on the corrupt and cliquey part of the industry.
Okay, let's fast forward past
They're
this.
all a bunch of drama queens. What do you mean? Bayonetta's original VA lied about the studio trying to screw her pay for the third
Okay, I
game
remember this
and asked
thing,
fans
though.
to boycott it until they being the studio, showed receipts and proved she was making it up. That situation was crazy.
But that's
She
a whole
literally
other
tried to get
issue.
the
People are
internet
just
to be
trying
a
to bring in
personal
other
army.
examples of VAs being like drama queens to try to support their point, but it doesn't really support their point. Like, that is bad what that Bayonetta voice actors try to do, but that doesn't really have anything to do with this issue.
Anybody's life but your own. He could be disabled, he being Jacob Takanashi, but your own. He could be disabled, he being Jacob Takanashi.
Okay, hold on. Let me read this off myself. Paimon's VA is pissing me off the most. Technically, I'm scabbing, but it's okay because I'm autistic and I have to pay my bills. Like, you don't even know WTF what the heck is going on in anybody's life but your own. He could be disabled. His mom could have cancer. He could be trying to feed his dang kids, or heaven forbid, he could have nothing going on and just want a paycheck. And you know what? That's his business and no one else's. Let the man be proud to be part of such a big, successful project and stop being such a hypocrite. Rules only apply to other people. I'm above the common rabble. As a member representing the autistic community, we do not claim people's behavior like this. Yo, Rami, hold on. Let me stop for a second. Oh, boy. Hold on. Let me catch up a little bit. Well, the agency better do something because it seems like this has been going on for half a year now, and it shows that the company agency doesn't really care at this point. Nochi says, yo, Rami, what going on? Rami says, huh? And then Nochi says, some Genshin Impact drama. I had this video pop up while scrolling on YouTube. Aesthetic's not reacting to that video. I'll just stick to Japanese, avoid the community, enjoy the game. I didn't even know about certain stuff. So here, I think what my problem with this whole situation is, too, is that, excuse me, instead of like, you know what, Paimon and Kaylee Mills, or like, I call her Paimon, Karina or whatever, and Kaylee Mills, like these other union voice, or I don't think they're in union, actually. I don't think Paimon is union, is she? But she's taking the side of the union voice actors, because otherwise Paimon would have been silent, right? And Paimon has not been silent. But here's what I would say, like, if they really wanted to make a point and, speak out against, like, the strike breaking or the scabbing or whatever, they should not have attacked Jason or Takahashi. I forgot what his name. I think it's Jason Takahashi. They should not have attacked him in these comments. Like, they shouldn't have put him down, because he's just a guy. Like they said, he's just a guy trying to get work and feed his family or feed himself, whatever. They should have attacked. They should have said something about the company or the studio, like, oh, Hoyo shouldn't have brought in another actor, because you know what I mean. Like, target the company or the agency, not the guy who's just trying to get work.
Mom could have cancer. He could be trying to feed his dang kids, or heaven forbid, he could have nothing going on and just wants a paycheck. And you know what? That's his business and no one else's. Let the man be proud to be a part of such a big, successful project and stop being such a hypocrite. A different top post on our Genshin Impact saying,
Rami said you forgot to read my That's Funny message. Sorry, Rami. I was trying to, like, skim through.
I kind of feel bad for Kinnick's new VA, and showing a number of tweets from the aforementioned voice actors saying negative things about Jacob Takanashi. Many of those we already went over earlier in the video, so let's skip to the comments. This one's saying, oh wow, even Hoot House VA is going after the new guy. And showing this screenshot. We haven't seen this one yet. This VA Brianna.
Okay, so these are just guys just trash talking in the comments.
Statement, which we read earlier, saying, thank you for standing strong and holding the line.
Okay, that's oh yeah, that's Hoot House English VA, huh? Brianna Knickerbocker. And playing blah blah blah. Okay.
Clears throat. Some of us SMFH. But if we take
I don't know why that makes me laugh
in
so much.
response to her,
So
they're
snarky
pretty
and
much
petty.
all against her. For example, going through this just from the top, At this point, companies should just give up on English voice actors whatsoever. It worked for Snowbreak, it can work for all of them. And side note, if you're not familiar with the Snowbreak thing, I did go over that briefly at the end of the video I mentioned.
I don't know.
This scene. How nice of Karina, Paimon's VA, to support VAs not getting paid while cashing a check every.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird to see Paimon take sides in this at all, because I don't think she's not union. Otherwise, she would have been silent too. But anyway, I kind of think that we got the gist of this guy. Like, I've stated my opinion. I think I've stated my opinion, so I don't think there's any need for me to react to the rest of this video. But thank you for bringing it up, Nochichi. I don't know, guys. Hold on, let me finish this. Blah, 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 Jacob. But man, Candace voice actor seems so rude too. Not sure if they showed it in the video. I don't know. Is there anything else you guys want me to play or react to or anything? Because if not, I'm gonna wrap it up. Nochichi says, "Holy, found the screenshot." Okay, I'll share the screenshot if you want. If you want to put in the Discord, Nochichi, we can take a look at it real quick. Let me get some music on or something though as we close out here. Maybe I should get Friday Night on one more time. Oh my god, I hate how this is my main screen now. Like, this is so stupid. Why does it have to be my main screen now? Hopefully that's not too loud for you guys. I think it is kind of, so I'll lower it. There we go. Dance the Tauba Tauba. How about no, Nochichi? No, sorry. Not gonna dance the Tauba Tauba. You've sent it in Discord? Okay, let's take a look at this screenshot real quick then. This gotta be the most classless thing I have seen with everything going on. Have fun with Genshin. You'll never work on anything else, LMFAO. So Charlotte Kirby is Candace's voice actress. It's also interesting how they're recording in Japan for English dub now. Wow, cool. Go ahead and recast me too while you're at it. Fuck Hoyo, disrespectfully. Because let's be frank, who is going to beat my ass over a video game that underpays its performers and is actively farming their voices so that they don't have to hire real people? Hold up. I do hope it was worth it. Truly I do. You will never catch me singing that company, signing that company, or any company that operates that way to a simple request of protecting the talents they hired. Sorry, not sorry, I rage quit. I'm gonna delete some of that thread later because this is a semi-professional page. But TLDR, don't talk to me about Genshin Impact ever again, K? One more thing, I've never dealt with a fan base as callous and as annoying as the Genshin fan base. Damn. Okay, hold on. She just directly called out the fans though. Hold on. It's directly as annoying as the Genshin fan base. If it goes so far as to berate the voice actors who only want better protections and rates for being rightfully upset that someone publicly scabbed. Just insanity. The only other one I dealt with like this is the Murder Drones fan base. Damn, okay, we know that. I know Alex isn't here anymore, but we know that Alex is a Murder Drones fan. Only one of those doxed me. I'm not in the business of arguing and fighting with children. Okay, whether you like take sides in this or not, whether you're on her side or not, like I gotta laugh at like her, her energy right here. Oh my god. Okay, Pinkish Light said, yeah, that was uncalled for. Dance with Tao, I sent it in the Discord. Damn, I tried. Gotta get him more subs first. Maybe he changed his mind. Pinkish says, I understand where she's coming from, but some of those comments are necessary. Yeah, some of it's just kind of petty. Like, I don't know. If you're a professional too, or semi-professional or whatever, like they're saying, like you should learn to kind of like, pick your battles, I guess. But that was Friday night, guys. I'm going to keep this one kind of short because, like I said, I do have a lot of preparations to make here. I have to rearrange my entire space, basically, to accommodate this workstation for the job I'm starting next week. And on that note, just a reminder, I might not have as much content as I've been putting out over the past year. And I'm probably going to have to change the stream schedule, but I'll let you guys know as soon as possible once I have that figured out. But I appreciate you guys all joining me once again. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend, and bye. Take care.